step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune to my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Yes, man.
Yes, man.
Come on.
Yes.
What were you saying when you arrived earlier?
I walked in and I said, it's festive day, Christmas, New Year, what? It's festive day. Sorry, it felt right.
Jeez.
It just did.
I didn't know why. I didn't realize I had that much dance in me this early.
You just wiggled proper, dude. Wow. I didn't know. There were moves that transcended generations there.
All right, so I'm sorry if there was a lot to take in. It is a Friday. It might be the last working Friday you have of the year. Take that on board. Or even better, maybe you're already on holiday.
Oh,
in which case, you're still asleep and you're not even listening to us right now, which is fine. We're going to subliminally insert some positivity into you. We are going to have an amazing show.
We are. Can I tell you, we're all festive, okay? Now, we have performances. Performances are important. Now, not just any performances. We have 3 artists.
Actual artists, not us.
Folk. It's the holidays. You thought I was going to say something else like Friday, hey? Yeah, I know. Anyway, it's a Christmas album to get our feet tapping and our fingers snapping, and it's going to be festive. We're talking about all the holiday classics and the favorites. We're talking about all the festive songs you're going to need to hear. It's going to be great.
What the folk is going on,
I don't know,
I can't wait to find out. It's going to be that kind of a show. We're going to delve into some of the weekend sporting highlights. Of course, some footy still going on over the weekend. We're going to be in the kitchen, and of course, we've got some insane festive gifting ideas. And she looks ready. She kicked her shoes off, which means it must be a Friday.
Yes!
It's Miss Zoe Brown. Good morning, sister.
Oh, thanks, gents. I actually put the shoes back on.
Oh,
well, they might come off a little bit later because it is Friday, and of course, we are very excited that it's 8 days away until Christmas. So this is where we want to be a little bit bis, and we want to ask you, can you share your Christmas tree images with us? So head on over to our Expresso Show Facebook page, and we want to see your Christmas tree. So please post those pics on our comments below, and we will be sharing your beautiful Christmas tree throughout the morning as we look at all of those social media comments that comes through. But it is that time of the morning for us to kick it off with the official duties. Here's Carl with the morning headlines.
Thanks a lot, Zozo. Let's take a look at the morning headlines. Indeed, the Minister of Health, Joe Phaahla, has called on South Africans to act responsibly and comply with COVID-19 protocols during the festive season. Phaahla announced that the National Coronavirus Command Council had decided to retain the country at lockdown adjusted level 1. The council has directed the health department to closely monitor the rising COVID-19 infections, adding that it would also track hospital admissions, mortality and recovery rates. The National Institute of Communicable Diseases has recorded 26,976 new cases and 54 deaths in the past 24 hours. The relief organisation Gift of the Givers has stepped up its relief efforts in the Raymond Mhlaba local municipality near Alice in the Eastern Cape, which was hit by a hailstorm earlier this week. This after the municipality had admitted it could not provide the necessary assistance to residents. More than 1,000 structures were damaged in the storm, including clinics, and the head of the organisation, Dr. Imtiaz Suleiman, says the situation at Alice is dire. Victims have no food and dry clothes, and especially the children are traumatized. On to international news. Malawi is to make COVID-19 vaccines mandatory for key staff members, including health workers and journalists, from January, as the government attempts to boost its vaccination campaign amid a spike in cases. The uptake of vaccines has, as yet, not been high enough to reach the goal of vaccinating at least 60% of eligible Malawians by the end of next year. The Omicron variant has discovered in the country just last week. Now, on to international news. France is tightening COVID restrictions for travellers arriving from the UK as the government in Paris tries to slow the spread of the Omicron variant. From tomorrow, most travellers who are not French residents or citizens, have to furnish a compelling reason why they wish to enter the country. Now, confirmed Omicron cases are currently much higher in the UK than in France, and a record number of daily coronavirus cases have been reported across the UK for the second day running, with 88,376 infections confirmed yesterday. And next, sounds of the birds make it big down under. The following story concerns entertainment, but with a twist. And let's just say right away, move over Mariah Carey and Michael Bublé and even the likes of ABBA An album made up entirely of the tweets and squawks of endangered Australian birds has debuted in the top 5 of the country's ARIA music charts. Now, Songs of Disappearance has indeed eclipsed some big names in the entertainment industry, created by BirdLife Australia. The album features the bird songs of 53 of Australia's most threatened species. Some sounds took hours of waiting in the bush to record one short tweet. And of course, David Stewart, a wildlife sound recordist, has spent more than 30 years collecting often rarely heard sounds of Australia's wildlife. It's his bird recordings that have been used in the album, and Songs of Disappearance has made history by becoming the first album of its kind to chart in the top 5 down under. And proceeds of sales will go to BirdLife Australia's conservation projects. A study by Charles Darwin University showed that 216 of Australia's 1,299 bird species had disappeared. And the study also found that climate change was pushing species closer to extinction. I think the big message there is look after the planet. There's something to tweet about. As we get on to the sporting action, Graham is standing by.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wasty. Let's start with football, and sadly, it's all gone to the birds. The Premier League has now postponed 6 more matches due to the new wave of coronavirus infections hitting Britain as we speak. Last night's match between Spurs and Leicester was postponed just a few hours before kickoff, in fact. Well, Man United's clash against Brighton this weekend is among those games to be pushed out. The league has said that it will continue to stage matches where it's possible to do so safely. In that vein, Liverpool will host Newcastle, or they hosted them last night, with the Reds picking up a 3-1 win. And Chelsea's 1-1 draw against Everton means they are now 3 points behind the Reds and 4 behind Man City. Then records were broken yesterday, at least for Pakistan. They pulled off their highest ever T20 international run chase. That was in a 7-wicket win over the West Indies to complete that 3-0 series whitewash. Mohammad Rizwan smashing 87 of just 45 balls, and then captain Babar Azam making 79 as the opening pair put on 158 to help Pakistan reach a target of 208 in 18.5 overs. An incredible performance. It was the opening pair's 6th century stand in T20s as well, the most by any pair of batsmen in the format, while Rizwan ends the year with a massive 1,326 runs in 29 matches, the most by any batsman in T20 internationals. Meanwhile, the ODI series that was set to start this weekend has been postponed due to COVID-19 cases in the Windies camp, so we'll certainly watch that space closely. Then back into the water. Excuse me, Chad le Clos, as he always does, has kept the SA flag flying high with a podium performance on the opening day of the World Short Course Championships, picking up bronze in the 200-meter butterfly. So the race was won by Italy's Alberto Razzetti, with Noe Ponti of Switzerland claiming the silver. That third-place finish took the South African stalwart's medal total of the World Short Course Championships to an incredible 16 now, dating back to his first back in 2010. An incredible feat. le Clos will still take part in the 100-meter butterfly and the 200-meter freestyle heats later as well. Then on to Formula One. Maybe the final chapter, at least for now. Lewis Hamilton's Mercedes team have announced that they are withdrawing their appeal against Max Verstappen's controversial title-winning victory in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. The team said that they had made the decision following constructive dialogue with the FIA with regard to establishing clarity for future racing scenarios. Verstappen claimed victory and the world title after the deployment of a late safety car in Sunday's season-ending race, and that led to the Dutchman being placed right behind Hamilton, whom he then overtook on that final lap when the safety car was withdrawn. So Mercedes had an immediate double appeal dismissed by the stewards on the day, then lodged an intention to appeal against that decision, which they were required to trigger by last night, but they have obviously opted not to. Well, if you missed any of those details, stick around. We're going to delve into some of our weekend sporting highlights, or what we're looking forward to the most, in just a moment. But right now, let's get you set for the day on the weather front. So we start here in South Africa. A number of matric examination scripts were damaged and a marker slightly injured during a hailstorm that battered Taba and Chu in the Free State on Wednesday. The Department of Basic Education said the roof of Albert Maroka High School was blown off, clean off, while marking was underway, and the department assured candidates that nobody would be disadvantaged as a result of the natural disaster. And in KwaZulu-Natal, torrential rain and gale force winds over parts of Ntuzuma, north of Durban, have left hundreds of people now in the area homeless on Wednesday night. Meanwhile, the South African Weather Service earlier said disruptive rain was experienced over parts of at least 5 provinces yesterday, and that wet weather would continue into the weekend, so please be careful. And we all urge all residents in affected areas to please remain as safe as possible while dealing with these inclement weather conditions. So now let's move from weather news to sunrise views experienced around the country. JP Malherba, one of the regulars from Robertson, kicks us off with a beautiful snap for this Friday morning with this beautiful shot of a blue sky filled with large puffy white clouds. We love it. Wandile Mkobo from Durbs got creative with this shot, showing off the silhouetted picture as the sun begins to rise behind the plants in the foreground. Beautiful composition there. We love him. Keep him coming on the Expresso Facebook page. But now let's get you set for those temperatures today. In Polokwane, your low is 12, going up to a high of 21 degrees, 25% chance of rain. Mbombela, 60% chance of rain, 13, your low going up to 15. Pretoria, 12, your low going up to a high of 27, or 21 rather. Johannesburg, 10 and 18, your range for the day. Mahikeng, 15, your low going up to 26, with thunder showers expected there. Klerksdorp, your low 13, going up to 22 degrees. Kimberley ranging between 16 and 27. You've got 55% chance of thunder showers there as well. 11, your low in Bloem, going up to 24 degrees. 55% chance of showers there. Richards Bay, you've got an 83% chance of rain and a low of 14, going up to a high of 19. Pietermaritzburg, 10 and 15, your range with an 80% chance of rain. Likewise, expect the inclement weather in Durban, 15, your low going up to a high of 19. Tata, your low 9, going up to a high of 15. East London ranging between 13 and 18. Cradock, 7, a rather chilly start to the day, going up to 24. And in Oberha, 15, your low going up to a high of 20. George, 11 and 19, your range. Down in the mother city, your low 15, going up to a high of 27 degrees. Worcester, your low 14, going up to 30 degrees today. Sutherland, chilly start at 10. You will round off at 25 degrees. And then we certainly kick up the stakes as we move to Uppington, 21 degrees, your low going up to a massive 35 degrees. So whether it's rain or it's some pretty intense heat, please be careful out there. But as we always say, make sure, regardless of the weather, that it's a beautiful day.
Oh, well, listen, it is a beautiful day and we're getting very excited for the festive season. With only 8 days to go to Christmas, I thought now was the perfect time to do a little bit of a gift exchange with Wasty.
Yes. We have to.
I love how we're making
I feel like I'm in an ocean now. I'm doing this. But we have to make sure that we are appreciating one another. You know, you can't just take somebody for granted that you work with every single day. You actually have to gift something special. Now, the thing is, when it's special, it's personalizing things. I think that's your favorite thing.
You know I love personalizing gifts.
So did you personalize a gift for me?
I did.
Thank
so
you.
Here is a very... I actually feel like you need to open it first before I just reveal what it is.
Oh, thank you. All right, so what did you... Okay, I'm ready for this. This is...
You need to show the camera.
Oh, no, I just wanted to read it first in case it was like one of those dummy ones where it says, Carl, it says, you crack me up, Carl. Look at that. That's it.
That's quite cool.
Oh,
you can put someone's name on a really cool T-shirt.
Oh.
Do you love it?
I love it. I actually want to wear it today. I don't know if it's okay, but I want to wear it today.
I think you should.
Okay, I actually got something for you as well, because I know that you love personalizing stuff. Check what I got you. Okay, but the thing is, if I wear my T-shirt throughout the entire show until 9 a.m., then you have to do the same, please.
Okay.
All right, cool.
I have a feeling it's got something to do with cats. No, Sassy Elf.
That's correct. Sassy Elf. Because
Sassy
can I tell you,
Elf
if you don't know Zozo, This particular one is sassy as, just letting you know. So we'll be wearing our t-shirt. This is actually really cool. And the thing is, you like personalizing because it's more thoughtful. It's actually quite, it's special when you get something that has your name in it because you feel like
you
you
can't
own it
re-gift
already.
it.
Yeah, no, so that's very true. Unless you know somebody with the name of Carl or Zoe. That's great. I think that you want to get your own personalized t-shirt. I know you do. And you want to get it for a loved one. And you can actually do that. You can do it right now at Woolworths personalization stands that are available at selected stores. And you can find them at Sandton, Centurion, your Eastgate, Menlyn Park, as well as Polito. You got Gateway, Cavendish, as well as Canal Walk.
And they will be there until Sunday, the 19th of December. So that's this coming Sunday. So you do not want to miss out. And you also stand a chance to win a 1,000 Rand Woolies gift card.
Yes.
And all you have to do is visit our competition post on our Expresso Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram page and tell us, whose personalized t-shirt do you like the most between myself and Carl's? And remember to include the hashtag Woolies Christmas, and that competition will close at midday on Monday, the 20th of December. And those T's and C's can be found on our website, expressoshow.com.
Love it. And now, good luck.
This Christmas, we're celebrating those who kept our light shining bright. So wrap some thoughtful gifts and celebrate moments that matter with Woolies.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
I'm sorry, I have to check my new t-shirt from Zoe. You see that? Welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso here at S3. And thank folk, it's the holidays. That's not what you may think. It's something amazing. It's a name of a Christmas compilation album featuring some of South Africa's incredibly talented local musicians and giving us their take on those beloved Christmas tunes. And joining us to tell us more about this particular project are three of those musicians, Stanley Sibande, as well as Katie Bell and Ruby June. I love that surname June because my birthday's in June, so it makes sense. There's a connection there. Welcome. How are you guys feeling?
Good, thanks.
Good.
Yeah,
Awesome. Thank you for having
The
us.
answer is festive.
festive.
Festive!
Indeed.
Feeling
That's-
folk, festive.
You know what the word folk Can I tell you, it's actually like a release, if you think about it. It's like the best, because now I can see, say folk all the time now. I can exclaim it sometimes too, like this is a folking good T-shirt, which is great. But it's great to have you. I think, let's start with the initial concept, and I think it's quite important. So let's start with the whole compilation. Where did the idea come from?
So the Thank Folk It's the Holidays album was put together by a record label called Sit the Folk Down.
I know that one.
Yeah.
Okay, I got
you see it. It's kind of like
I feel like this is the way, it's the euphemisms for all the words you're not supposed to say. But it's okay, but continue. So Sit the Folk Down, yeah?
Yeah, they put together this compilation album last year, obviously, with lockdown and everything. Everyone was feeling very low, so they decided to do an album. And this year, they went a step above and did a deluxe album. So they went for all the Christmas classics, but they also added a couple extra and then an original song on the album as well.
When you say original song, in fact, original song, what is that song? I'd love to know what it is.
It is Mama Africa.
Mama Africa.
Ruby actually wrote it herself.
Did you write Mama Africa?
Yes.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
So how did you get writing on that particular song? I mean, obviously you want something unique, right? So
I mean, Kevin approached me and just said, listen, we'd love to have an original song.
Yes.
Would you like to go for it? And I said, I'll try. And we wanted it to be really fun, upbeat, We've gone through a lot of rubbish in the last 2 years. It's been hectic. So we wanted something uplifting. We wanted something really super fun and exciting. So we wrote a proudly South African song.
Thank goodness.
It's all about summer and
Thank
how...
goodness.
no snow
I was
in this
about to
one.
say, So on certain platforms, I've been quite vocal about having unique South African Christmas songs, because you can't go let it snow and you're like, where's the snow?
Where's the snow?
Where is it coming now? That's the thing. So unless it's artificial in a shopping mall, but this is exciting. I'm so glad. Now we talk about something like the classics as well that you had to take on.
Yes.
I mean, how was it taking on certain classics? Some people don't like remakes. They don't like you taking over things. So to take on the vocals of something that and love on the festive season, how was that? Was it quite intimidating?
For me, honestly, my favorite thing as a musician is to take people's cover, songs, and make them our own. And I think that this album is honestly so refreshing, because we've all heard the same. I mean, we love them. That's why they're classics. But, it's got a nice little twist to it. Everyone's really put their own spin on each song, and I love it. I listened to it in June. I just love Christmas carols.
You say June. Interesting.
Yeah. All year round.
Yeah. That's true.
And everyone's really just put their own spice onto it, and it's just so authentic. You hear the song, you're like, wait, what is that? And you're like, okay, interesting. So, I mean, I thought it was really fun. It was challenging. Hopefully everyone loves it. So.
When you say spins, I'm going to bring you in here, Stanley. Give me some of the idea of spins. I mean, are you talking about, let's just say, All I Want for Christmas, that song from Mariah Carey?
Yeah.
If you had to give it an essay flavor, are you saying maybe the piano vocal version of All I Want for Christmas?
I don't exactly know if I'll be able to pull that off.
I think that'd be cool, though,
but,
right?
Yeah, that's basically the idea that we had going into this, because with all of the artists that are involved with the Folk Down, we all have our own sort of unique individual sound. And so when they approached us with this idea, they threw it at us and they said, just make it as much your own as you can.
Ooh.
And if people would like to hear it, they can actually find it on all major streaming platforms, and they can buy it as well.
Ooh. Well, then you should do that a bit closer to, if you look into that camera there and say buy it as well. Just go for it. Just say buy it.
Yeah, buy the album. You can find it on Amazon Music. And pretty much everywhere else you can buy music. Please buy the album.
Did you see how hypnotic he got there? I was in trance. I was invested in that moment. I was like, I'm going to buy the album. I'm going to buy the album. It's going to work that way. But I think it's going to be so incredible to actually get something that is proudly South African, #1. Even though there are a couple of covers on there, that's okay. We'll forgive. But then Mama Africa, that is going to be exciting, and I think it's great. So we're going to hear you later performing. This is going to be good. I'm excited to hear your take on each one of these songs that are quite, festive. And I think that it's important for you to go and buy the album. Thank folk. It's the holidays. Go get it. And you know what? While you're sitting the folk down, I just want to make sure that you know exactly what to do. So go grab it as soon as possible. And you'll hear a little taster to tantalize the taste buds so you can go and buy the album a little bit later this weekend as we get all festive on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Yes, it's getting a little bit exciting in here. Why? Because we have an advent calendar and I absolutely lose my mind at advent calendars, and we get to open another little one of those doors today. It's only 1 week until Christmas, and that means we've only got 1 week of doors left to explore on our beautiful Expresso advent calendar. We've been loving the coffee. I love the fact that it's not just world-renowned designer Johanna Ortiz's design, and we know that she's incredible, but the fact that behind every door is an incredible coffee surprise. So let's roll that drum. Today is the...
What is the day?
It's the 16th.
I just treat every day like Christmas.
It's the 16th, it's the 17th today. Where is it? Here we go. Ta-da-da. Come to me, my little friend.
Apparently it's the 17th.
Well, 16 was still closed, okay, so we can't leave 16 behind. And Colombia is one of my favorite coffees.
Oh, yes,
so I'm going to
absolutely.
keep that just for me. Absolutely love that. And speaking of surprises, because it's Friday, we are not going to just drink the coffee behind today's door. We are going to use it to make a decadent crepe cake, which is why number 17 is actually in here right now.
Perfect.
So I wanted just a pancake, and you were like, nah,
Nah, man.
no way.
It's the festive season. You can have pancakes every day of your life.
But
That's
now
fine.
you're making a whole cake.
Yeah, but
this is crazy.
It's a nice layered cake. I love layered pancake cakes. And this one's got a white chocolate ganache in it. It's just festive. Okay, so let's get started. You're gonna make me
Crack
a
on. What do
lungo,
you
I
need?
should believe.
A lungo.
Yeah. Seeing as only Carl and Zoe got gifts, Graham's gonna make me a gift. He's making me a coffee.
I've also got you this bowl of lovely chocolate. which
That's your gift.
I'll make you some ganache.
Thank you so much.
Nice ganache.
Nice ganache.
Ganache.
Okay, cool. So, got some eggs, and I'm just gonna break them up. Oh, cool tip, if you ever struggle to whisk eggs, and you always got those two yolks that are like avoiding the whisk, you just kind of get them
Just spear them.
before you start whisking. They must learn you're in charge.
You will dominate those egg
Then
yolks.
you beat your eggs. Okay? So
They must know.
give them a good beating, so just to like get it all incorporated. Then to that, we're gonna go with some malted butter. And the malted butter does two things. It adds richness to your pancake, and it gives it that nice color. When you take it off, it's got that nice caramelization on there.
Okay.
So get that in there. We're gonna go in with a little bit of oil as well. Add your fats to your eggs first. That way, when you add your flour, you don't end up with too many lumps.
Okay.
That's the trick. Okay, cool. That's the theory also. Because don't put things out on live TV and then lumps.
No, for sure.
Okay, cool.
It's the theory, but don't expect them to be zero lumps. You still have to beat your... Okay, here we go. Whoa,
Oh, beautiful.
I pushed this to the limit, man.
You know what? That's what the festive season's about. Okay, cool. So,
Here we go.
you're going to hang on to that because that's going to be for you. Okay?
Really, thank you.
So,
Yummy.
pop this to the side quickly. Once we get it all incorporated, we're going to go in. I added that sugar in there. And we're going to go with some flour. Oh, vanilla. Go like, when people say 1 teaspoon of vanilla, I'm like, why?
Yeah.
No, do like 3. Get the vanilla really coming through. Pancakes, not a lot of flavor if you think about
They
it.
benefit from that.
They benefit from all that beautiful vanilla going in. So flour goes in. Add this gradually. What I always do when I make pancakes is I make the batter the night before or the day before, and I really give the flour a good chance to hydrate in that mixture.
Okay.
So when you make a pancake, it's just going to be flawless every time.
What does that add to it? Is it the gluten? Is it an elasticity thing? What?
You're going to have a more solid, I'm going to say a more, it's not going to be as fragile a pancake batter because you've given the flour the chance to really absorb all those liquids. So you're going to see it's going to just come out perfectly every single time.
Your milk is tuning there.
Okay, cool. This is for you also.
Okay.
Some cream.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is pour some water over some gelatine.
Okay.
I'm going to put some cream over your chocolate salon to start melting it.
Okay.
You can actually add half of your lungo to that for me, alsjeblieft.
I will try and do that without...
If your pancake batter is a little too thick, I'm just going to just temper it with a little bit, not temper it, yeah, temper it with a little bit of milk. Get a nice consistency going. There we go. And pancake batter will keep in your fridge for about 4 days. So make a nice big batch. Wake up in the morning, kids can have a nice little pancake stack. How you doing there?
I'm loving the fact that we've got so many amazing coffees. It's been like a voyage of discovery all over again, going through the advent calendar, getting to all the various coffees. And today we are using a beautiful blend of Chinese, Kenyan, and Indonesian Arabicas. So this is a split roast, fast and light split roast for the fine grind for a mild but not too mild flavor, kind of middle of the road. Then we've got the red fruit notes with a hint of citrus there, a little bit of acidity, all round mild body, bitterness, acidity, and roasting. I think this is a very well-balanced coffee, and this is ideally out in the Lungo, the 110 ml.
Okay, cool. You've got that looking good. The gelatine has bloomed already. I'm going to add the last little bit of cream that I've got in the pot, mix that through. So this beautiful white chocolate ganache is going to set up nicely. It's going to hold its shape. And in we go. Here we go.
Go first.
Mix, mix, mix. Yay. So ideally, you do want to put your pancake batter into the fridge for at least 10 minutes just to give it a chance to, like I said, absorb all that liquid.
Fully hydrate.
Fully hydrate. That's also key for the festive season.
Stay
hydrated.
Put that on a T-shirt. I should have put that on a T-shirt and gifted it to you. Oh, but wait, we're not getting gifts.
I got you a gift.
Oh,
I got you a gift.
Oh, really? Is it the ribs from yesterday? Oh, you got such big hands. I don't know.
Go for your gift. Go for your gift. Go for your gift.
Thanks, man. Are you that guy? Oh, how cute is this? Yeah. Oh, my. Get out. You don't understand. I've got 2 sausage dogs at home.
Hey!
Oh, that is beautiful. How cute is that, dude?
Thought about you. Had to.
Must have been love. Okay, end us off here very quickly.
Cool.
How do our pancakes?
Now, pancakes go into the pan. What you do is you're going to take that layer. Once the pancakes come out, let them cool slightly, okay? That should also cool slightly.
It's starting to thicken already,
And you start layering it. Pancakes, ganache, and when you're done, pistachios. And go for the salted pistachios. We know that salt, chocolate goes so well together. Also goes really well with the ganache. So I'm going to start baking some pancakes, but that's the recipe. It's done.
Please, man, you've got a lot of batter, a lot of pancakes. Let's make a cake, my friend. You can find this recipe on expressoshow.com. In fact, that's where we keep all of our culinary inspiration. So please, at the beginning of a show, go and look there, get the recipe, and then cook along with us, and then post pictures. That's the most important part. Beautiful stuff, Chef Clem. Love you.
Thank you.
Very good night.
New Virtuo. With a single touch and innovative technology for a generous crema and unique moments to share. Virtuo. Standards are meant to be broken. Nespresso. What else?
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to it, your feel-good breakfast show. Good morning, it's Expresso live here on S.
I wasn't even aware you were here today. Do you know what a pleasant surprise it was to sit down here and see I was making pancakes.
You've been running around making pancakes, doing everything.
The most. It's so good to have you here, my friend.
Yeah.
So good to spread the love because tis the season to share in a glass and a half of Cadbury Dairy Milk goodness. And what better way than by sharing your own translated words with those who need it most this festive season.
It's the children. It's the children we're helping co-author local festive storybooks for the children of South Africa, one word at a time. And we've had so much fun doing it. We're giving you a word to translate this morning, and it is joy.
Joy to the world.
Joy. And joy in isiZulu is what we're looking to translate this morning. So what do you think joy in isiZulu is?
Well, I know. Luckily, a little fairy told me. Okay, so I'm going to, hopefully my pronunciation does it justice. Intokozo.
There we go.
Intokozo.
That's
joy.
the one. That is the one. Intokozo. Joy.
Intokozo. And again, it's another inspiring word. We're trying to create stories here that are festive, but in a South African way. So, yeah, we love, Christmas trees and snow and all that Western kind of idea of what Christmas is, but we want stories that South African children can identify with.
Resonate.
Not just, yes, exactly. And also understand.
That's it. And we're helping those children understand these words and stories as well. So gift your words this festive season and help co-author a festive-themed story to be added to the Cadbury Dairy Milk in our own words library, so that all the children of our country can enjoy stories of the most wonderful season.
And it really is the most wonderful time of the year. So if you want to get on board, visit cadbury.co.za and then follow at Cadbury Dairy Milk SA on Facebook or at Cadbury_SA on Twitter and Instagram. And you can start translating your words today. And speaking of joy and the word joy, this next singing contestant is bound to bring joy to your day. Undoubtedly.
Well, it is time to add some Intokozo to your life, because what is smooth and what is better? There is nothing smoother than a Tropica on a Friday. And if you've been la-la-la-lying it to some smooth Christmas carols, then we are going to love today's Tropica Smooth or Not Smooth Christmas Carol edition of A Bit of a Challenge. Now, I have the gentleman here on the couch, and this is how the game's going to work. I have two bowls in front of me.
All right.
The black bowl has various artists, and the blue bowl contains different Christmas carols.
Okay.
So you need to select an artist and a Christmas carol and sing it how they would sing it. That is today's
Right, bring it on.
Not Smooth Challenge.
Bring it on,
Oh,
man.
really?
I mean, Carl's already won this one. Let's be honest.
Come on.
You never know.
Admittedly, you were looking nervous because there was a buzz going on in this little.
Okay, because the thing is, I saw two bowls. I thought we were going to do like an all-you-can-eat challenge.
I was waiting for my hands to be tied behind my back, and I was excited.
Okay.
So, this is cool. Okay.
Grab an artist and grab a carol, and then we get to it. So each of you can quickly go grab.
Okay, so we just want to grab. Okay, don't look just yet. Okay.
Grab an artist and a Christmas carol.
And then Armors go.
Yes, grab an artist, Christmas carol, and then we can reveal it.
Okay.
Wasty, who did you get?
Okay, so.
Oh, goodness.
I'm nervous about this.
No, you're
Is it in Tiki Mazwai?
No, okay. By the way, whoever wrote this, I'm questioning her handwriting. I got Silent Night like Michael Jackson.
Woo!
Wow, buddy. You can. Ow! You can do this.
I got Mariah Carey.
Woohoo!
Is like the
my
Christmas girl.
Yes.
And Little Drummer Boy, I've never heard of that song.
I've got.
Can we swap songs? I never used to say this.
Break my heart.
Oh my word, don't.
Yeah, you see.
I feel like you want to start. Like,
You
I feel
see,
like,
man.
I feel like
what's your
G-Man
song?
should start. What are you singing for us?
Okay, and our song is All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Tony Braxton's
Tony
version.
Braxton.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Okay, G, are
Right.
you ready?
But are there any other words to this song?
You can maybe
other
just
than
do that.
okay, but we're going to know the.
Yes, I think, you know what, maybe make up a couple of the words as well. Make
Yeah.
it South African.
Make it Tony South
Yeah,
African.
no, own it.
It's that time of the year. I look into your eyes, and I know all I want for Christmas is you. It's going to be deeper. There we go. Hey, that was. Okay,
That was
undiscernible.
That was good.
fantastic.
It was
I
understandable.
didn't know who was
Love
singing.
that.
I was confused.
The one thing you got right is that when I was growing up, I used to think Tony Braxton was actually a man, and so you did give it the same feel that
I'm glad that I came across as a man, first of all.
Yes, well done.
You know, I'm going to have to request.
She always struck me as being crying, like she was always crying
It
whenever
was
she was
like a
singing.
cryy thing. Please,
Do you
I
wanna
need
change
to
the song?
Change the
because-
song, dude.
I mean-
I want to make sure you do Mariah Carey justice.
Yeah.
Oh, holy night.
When Christ
Oh,
was
that's a
born.
good one.
Oh,
As Mariah.
Not.
Did I bring my cats to sleep?
That is Mariah Carey.
That was.
You had a
it was
good
like I
moment
was
there.
watching her perform her Christmas special. That's what it felt like. It was like I was actually there in the same room with her. Wow.
Hey man, I tried.
Okay.
That was great.
that
Look,
was
I
a
like
good
the
effort.
range.
Right.
No, that was.
That was good.
Those runs, hey?
Yeah.
Like a babbling brook.
Yeah, it was great.
Not many people
right.
can do that.
MJ.
Yeah.
MJ.
Here we go.
Let's go, boy.
Sing it. He was more than a Santa Claus when he looked at me.
Hey.
On a silent night, he just gave me presents. All I could see.
Hey.
Yeah, was a chimney going down with a present. She said, silent night.
Hey.
When she gets, and I know Santa Claus. Don't think try it.
Ah, yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Mama.
Oh, yes.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
Where's the white glove?
I need a glove. You're right. I need a glove.
No need to vote.
Oh my
No,
goodness.
you must.
No,
I
you
love
like yours.
No.
each
Oh,
of
I
your
love
performances.
both of yours, man.
But gentlemen, it's not up
Oh,
to me.
that was
It is
superb.
up
Well
to
done,
you.
man.
So please go visit our social media pages and let us know who you think today's Tropica smooth or not smooth Christmas Carol Challenge winner is.
Yeah.
And if you're planning on going, you know, doing the little challenge yourself at home with some loved ones, simply sip on some Tropica because there's absolutely nothing smoother.
Yeah.
And hopefully you'll sound as smooth as these gents.
I feel like
think that
I've
was
put my
smooth.
vocal cords under like immense strain and
Do
pressure.
you want to cool
Can
them
I-
down
can I-
a little
can I
bit?
grab
Yes,
one?
I think you should
down.
grab.
Thanks.
And
You've
then
earned that.
Go for it.
You sound like, you know when you pull a balloon, when you're like letting air out of it?
This
So
is
basically-
brilliant.
All I want for Christmas is Tropica. Works.
Denzel takes his girlfriend out to propose to her.
Smooth.
He opens the box to give her the diamond ring and drops it. Not smooth. Still on his knees. He hears her saying,
Yes, Denzel.
I do. Nothing smoother.
Made
Tropica.
with love by Clover. Oh, you can make my day.
Welcome back. We are live with Expresso, and of course we are delving into the weekend, and we are loving the fact that we're about to delve into all of our weekend sporting action. Of course, Spurs taking on Liverpool in the standout game of the Premier League this weekend. Antonio Conte is looking to build on a strong start at the London club, while Liverpool, they'll be looking to lay down another marker for their title challenge. Here to chat about this game as a completely biased Liverpool fan. Mike Pedro, our sports reporter, steps in. So where do we stand at the moment? So many games postponed, so many games cancelled. What's going ahead? And are we going to see Antonio Conte's new charges clash against Liverpool this weekend?
I think that's the big question at the moment, especially after their game against Leicester last night got postponed as well. That's, I think, 3 games in a row where they haven't actually gone onto the field and played because of the COVID situation in the team. And I think it's pretty much up in the air at the moment. 6 other games were postponed this weekend, but then all the rest are going ahead. So the Premier League are trying to get the games to happen, obviously where it is safe to do so. But I think it's just creating a lot of confusion for the teams. We heard Brentford manager Thomas Frank earlier in the week saying that all of the games this weekend should be postponed just because of the situation that the clubs find themselves in, where yesterday as well, Romelu Lukaku, Virgil van Dijk tested positive before Chelsea played Everton and Liverpool played Newcastle. So it's going back to sort of when the beginning of the pandemic started, where some games were happening, some games weren't. They were trying to figure out when it's safe to play, when it's not. So I think especially over this period, which is
already so congested.
Yeah, and it is such an important period in the season for the teams, the right decision needs to be made.
Well, look, all things being equal, and we do get to see a little bit of action on the pitch this weekend, Spurs haven't had a great run of form against Liverpool in, I think, the last 5 games. It's been a bit of a disastrous run. What needs to change? And where is Antonio Conte right now? What is his expectation when that team goes out on the field? Is it all about laying the foundation for his system of play? Is he expecting something of them now that they're starting to find their feet?
Yeah, I think it's been tough for him, obviously, given the COVID situation. He had a couple of games and then they've been postponed since then. So I think he's still trying to figure out, even in those first initial games that they did actually play, he's still trying to figure out his best starting 11. Obviously, we know the system that he plays with 5 at the back. So it's just about Spurs players adapting to that. And I think they have done well when they have actually played. I don't think they've lost a game in the Premier League under him yet. So they are looking good. They are looking a lot more solid in defence than they were before Conte came in. And I think that's the key for them at the moment, is especially because of this whole stop-start kind of season that they're having, or at least in this period, defence is going to be the key for them.
Because this is an interesting time for those teams, and it almost feels like we have hit a bit of an equilibrium. A lot of new coaches now being put into their positions, a lot of big questions being answered. And it feels like after a couple of wobbles a couple of weeks ago, a lot of the big teams, certainly that chasing pack now, starting to lock down their position. What is Conte's hopes for this season? We know Liverpool obviously chasing for that title, and they've got a very, very good chance in that front 3 chasing pack. What are Spurs' hopes? What do you think Daniel Levy has told Antonio Conte he's got to achieve this season, or he's out?
Yeah, well, I mean, knowing Daniel Levy probably wants him to finish 3rd or 4th. But I think realistically for Spurs, a Europa League place would be a good improvement. They're obviously in the Europa Conference League at the moment. But I think for next season, the Europa League spot would be ideal for them, just to build. And obviously the January transfer window is going to be quite important for Conte, his first chance to sort of bring in some of the players that he would want. January is always difficult to do that, though. So it'll be interesting to see how he and Spurs go about it. But I think come the end of the season, around 5th or 6th would probably be ideal for them.
And I'm going to indulge myself now because we hardly ever get to talk about Spurs. Do you think that Harry Kane is a part of his long-term goals? You talk about the transfer season not too long ago. Harry was pretty much at the front of the bus wanting to get off.
Yeah.
Where does he stand now? And is he a part of that long-term vision, do you think?
Well, I think from Conte's point of view, he probably is, because when you have a striker like that, why wouldn't they be part of your plan?
Boot, yeah.
Exactly. Why wouldn't they be part part of your plan as a manager. It's just whether Kane still has the same feelings he had in the English summer and wants to leave, whether a club will actually meet the asking price as well, because that was the issue with Man City's move. They didn't want to meet his asking price, and Daniel Levy sort of blocked them out of a deal. So I think him staying is going to be very important for Spurs. We've seen the goals that he contributes, the assists that he contributes.
Yeah, we need that
well.
sunny click again.
Yeah. So I think him staying is going to be crucial to Spurs doing well.
Yep, well, they are part of that chasing pack, I think, in search of a European berth and the European money. We love it. A little bit of footballing action, hopefully coming your way this weekend. We'll certainly watch the space as COVID wreaks havoc.
You know what? I heard the sporting action, but I think it's time to get into something a little more festive. Now, when you are relaxed, so is the rest of the family. Let's be honest. You set the tone in the house. You know, the culture of the entire home comes from you. If you're relaxed and chilled, so are the kids. Now, no mom needs to come home to worry about the dinner, especially on a Friday night. You need to chill, mom. You need to relax. You've had a tough week. So Magical Mama, Chef Chumi, is here to show us how to make a simple, quick, easy, and festive meal, something that she studied for so many years for. It's complex. It may be a bit difficult, but don't worry, keep on following, all right? In fact, I'm just kidding. It's actually so simple that you'll enjoy the weekend. You'll have family time in no time, and you're going to have the best Friday night menu. So for all the kids and everybody in the house. So, Chef Chumi, Mom of the Year,
yes,
in my opinion.
Thank
I'm
you.
Giving you that award, that accolade.
I accept, thank you.
You went, how many years did you study to be a
3
chef?
years.
Huh?
3 years.
Three. So 3 years for a Christmas tree.
Correct.
On a skewer.
Yes.
With Simply Chicken.
And we're keeping it simple with Simply Chicken.
Okay, let's, do you just do a presenter voice now? I love that. Did you just do your presenter voice again?
We're keeping it simple with Simply Chicken.
That's right. And of course, Chef Chumi is going to give you a recipe that you'll love. Remember, if you study for 3 years, you need to make more trees. And this is what you're going to do today. Follow Chef Chumi and come with me for a festive treat.
What he
Imagine,
said.
hey, we have to chat like that all the time.
Every day.
Imagine, how would you go to the dentist? I have a cavity. Something's wrong here. Please fix it, dentist. It wouldn't work. Right, so what we got is... So can I just be honest about Simply Chicken?
Please.
I have to be very honest. I have to be simply honest. Like, I will proper just grab one of these out of the fridge and just chow it.
You are not alone in that, sir.
Yeah, I'm actually not, because it takes me back to growing up. My bros, like this would be like the best treat. So we get a little bit of a sauce on a, obviously on a saucer, and then we'd warm up 3 Simply Chicken. And we'd actually go for it. We'd just have a nice, easy treat, and it wouldn't be complicated at all. And we'd actually think like we're master chefs, you know what I'm saying? It's great. What are you doing there? Am I doing something?
Yeah, because I feel like you're doing too much talking and we're not doing networking yet.
Okay,
Tell us
you know
about
what?
Vienna's.
Okay.
Let's show us how to make a Christmas tree.
Okay, so talk to me. Go for it. I'm ready for you. Right. I'm going to keep quiet and you're going to tell me what to do.
Sorry about that. At the base of our Simply Chicken, Simply Christmas trees.
You must talk in your presenter voice throughout the entire recipe. Let's go. Continue.
We start off with a base of our cucumber stalks. We follow with our smoked Viennas. No, I'm not going to do that. Nah.
That would have worked so well. I think it would be amazing. Okay, cool. So we've got them, and you know what? They're lightly smoked. But I enjoy that the flavor profile of that. It's not as simple as you think. It's just really great. And also, for the kids, you don't want to. The MSG thing is a big thing with many products. It's a flavor booster for many, but it's not good for your health. And that's why Simply Chicken, 0 MSG.
0 MSG, 0 pork, all the flavor, all the fun. Now just cut some of the ends off of our Simply Chicken Viennas, and I'm skewering all the way to the top. And at the very top, you obviously need ornaments for your Christmas tree. So we're going in with some tomato. Okay. I mean, look at that. Carl, we did all of this with you talking and telling people all the facts.
But you know how kids, like, they talk, man.
Yeah, so this is exactly
They don't stop
instead
talking.
Instead of talking, they'll be doing this.
And that's why I was told to be more of a kid in this particular moment. Is that what you're looking for?
This is not what you do, South Africa, but I like the inspiration.
I'm just saying.
I love the fact that you don't have to cook this. You basically give the kids the Viennas, give the kids all of this, let them do their thing, and carry on with whatever else you want to do.
And I think that's cool because they can be in the corner there, in the kitchen, on the counter, doing the thing.
In the corner there, on the counter.
That's where I am right now. Exactly. I'm embodying the kid, okay? Just let me be my kid. All right, and then we'll take it from there.
Yeah.
This is great. I love it. Thank
and
you.
then if you want to decorate your Christmas tree with some of those fairy lights.
Oh, what are we using on there? That's a nice little sauce.
We've got some mustard. You can give them tomato sauce if you want. You can give them any sauce. Just keep them busy.
Great. You know what?
All I
want for Christmas is simply chicken, yeah. I think this is such a cool thing, and it's so much fun, and I'm sure you can really just, you can make it your own. So I'm going to hold this up there, my one, which I think is great. Chef Chumi, thank you for choosing me today. You are amazing. You are incredible. And I love your presenter voice. Now, keep your weekend meals tasty and simple with Simply Chicken. For even more quick and easy recipes, follow @SimplyChickenZA on Instagram. And it's the final call. Simply Chicken are giving one last lucky viewer the chance to win an instant Vortex air fryer. Hello. Simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram pages and share your #RealMom festive kitchen hacks. And not only do you stand to win this amazing air fryer, but also a chance to tell your story on Expresso without anybody talking in the background like your kids, and automatically be entered into the draw for the grand prize, and that is 10,000 Rand. Don't forget to include #RealMom in your answer, and competition closes at midday today. T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com. And if you missed the steps in this recipe, guess what? We have a recap.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back as we continue to talk sport here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Plenty to talk about on the cricketing front. Of course, day one of the second test between Australia and England was dominated by the hosts who began the day on 221 runs. An incredible opening stand. Marnus Labuschagne or Labuschagne and David Warner were incredible. The standout players, both hitting 95, in fact, in that opening stand. And here to update us on day two's action and to look back over day one is our sports producer, Michael Pedro. Why is there always so much drama around the Ashes? We love it. It's almost as fun watching the headlines in the UK emerge a couple of weeks before the Ashes starts.
Yeah.
Plenty of drama going into the second one with a couple of players available. Jimmy Anderson being back in the fold, Stuart Broad being back in the fold. I mean, we've been speaking about these guys for the better part of a decade, but they are still a potent strike force, and they will need them. That England side, probably a little below par.
Yeah, I think definitely from the first test match, Broad and Anderson are definitely needed in this one. They didn't really do anything yesterday, and so far this morning, from what I've seen, they haven't really done much either. But to have those two guys in the team is better than not having them in the team.
No, that experience is massive.
But I think yesterday, David Warner and Marnus Labuschagne, I think they really batted well. You could see that they were patient. They didn't chase wide deliveries. they made the England bowlers fit into their plan of batting. And Warner smashing 95, Labuschagne 95 not out, and then he went to his 100 earlier this morning in the opening session of play. He's since gone out though, but I think that is a really good marker of how to bat on this pitch. It is a little bit variable bounce and can do a few things. So I think being sort of circumspect and very watchful in the beginning of the innings is sort of the way to go. And England, when they eventually do get a chance to bat, will have to do the same.
Lay down that same marker. That being said, when the Aussies get set in this way, what do the English bowlers need to do to break that kind of deadlock? How do they need to be approaching today's attack plan?
Yeah, I think the criticism of England over the course of yesterday was that their bowling attack is very sort of one-dimensional. There's no one really that brings anything different apart from maybe Ben Stokes, but then he doesn't bowl as often as...
Not really a strike bowler,
exactly,
yeah.
as often as the likes of Ollie Robinson, Stuart Broad and Jimmy Anderson. So I think Chris Wokes has a little bit of pace about him, which can obviously rough batsmen up at stages, but I think England need to find something different. Maybe, obviously, it's not going to be in the bowling lineup that they've picked, but maybe in the field placings, in some of the tactics that they try and employ. Ben Stokes yesterday tried a couple of short pitch deliveries for a few overs that seemed to rustle a few feathers, but once he was out of the attack, it was sort of back to the same kind of bowling again.
Yeah. Well, I suppose that being said, with a pitch that's offering a little bit of variable bounce, maybe you just got to hit the mark and let the pitch do the job for you. Can England do this? We know how difficult it is for them to go on tour and bring home the Ashes. Is there any hope in this one, or are you going to expect an Australian dominance? Because at the moment it looks like they're set.
Yeah, I think based on what we saw yesterday and what's happened so far this morning, it's going to be a tough battle for England to get back into this. Look, it is only day 2 of a 5-day test, so anything can happen, but just off the back of the first test, off the back of yesterday as well, England aren't really in a good space mentally, I don't think, at the moment. And Australia are on top mentally and in the game as well. So it's going to take a massive effort from England to claw their way back into this one.
Yeah, Australia seem to have found just the right rhythm when it's needed, but maybe the reintroduction of Stuart Broad, Jimmy Anderson, a bit of experience, a pair that's used to hunting as a pair, can bring a little bit of a sharper edge to that English bowling attack. But as we speak, that second Ashes test currently underway. Australia very much in the driving seat.
Oh, thank you very much, guys. Time for us to take a look at those news headlines at 7 o'clock here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Starting off with some national news, Fitch Ratings has unexpectedly upgraded its outlook on South Africa's credit rating, providing some respite as the nation grapples with the economic damage that's been brought on by a 4th wave of the coronavirus and the related infections. Now, the company's kept the nation's foreign and local currency ratings at BB-, 3 levels below investment grade, and changed the outlook to stable from negative. Fitch said that the move reflects the faster than expected economic recovery and significant improvements to key gross domestic product-based credit metrics after the nation made changes to the way that GDP is calculated. Staying here in South Africa, the Minister of Health, Joe Phaahla, has called on South Africans to act responsibly and comply with COVID-19 protocols during the festive season. Phaahla announced that the National Coronavirus Command Council had decided to retain the country at lockdown adjusted level 1. The council has directed the health department to closely monitor the rising COVID-19 infections, adding that it would also track hospital admissions, mortality and recovery rates. The National Institute of Communicable Diseases has recorded 26,976 new cases and 54 deaths in the past 24 hours. In international news, 5 children have died and 4 injured after falling from a bouncy castle that was blown into the air in Australia. The accident, caused by a powerful gust of wind, happened yesterday at a primary school fun day in Devonport, Tasmania. The children fell from some 10 meters, with 2 boys and 2 girls among the victims. Now, a 5th child died later in hospital, and the children were in grade 6, thus probably 10 or 11 years old. Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison described the accident as unthinkably heartbreaking. Meanwhile, in Malawi is set to make COVID-19 vaccines mandatory for key staff members, including health workers and journalists, from January 2022 as the government attempts to boost its vaccination campaign amid a spike in cases. The uptake of vaccines has as yet not been high enough to reach the goal of vaccinating at least 60% of eligible Malawians by the end of next year. The Omicron variant has also been discovered in the country during last week. And next, the NSRI commends members of the public for assisting. An endangered green sea turtle is recovering at Ushaka Marine World in Durban, some 150 kilometers from where it was rescued at Umkobi Beach in Kent Bay on the KwaZulu-Natal south coast. Gert du Plessis, National Sea Rescue Institute, NSRI station manager at Port Edward, said that the barely alive turtle was found on Tuesday by beachgoer Christopher from Pretoria. Kotten, that's Christopher, said it was opening and closing its eyes but appeared unable to move, prompting him to immediately summon help. A trauma board and blankets were used to gently transport the turtle off the beach and load it into a sea rescue vehicle. Du Plessis said that they, of course, went on a rendezvous with the Ushaka Marine World halfway between Durban and Port Edward, and the turtle was taken into their care. Ushaka Marine World later confirmed that after rehydration and nutrients fed through intravenous therapy and rewarming, the turtle named Donatello was on the road to recovery. Du Plessis commends members of the public who assisted in the rescue operation. And that's where we leave it for now. Here is a look at what's happening in sports with Graham.
Thanks so much, Tabiso. Let's start with football. The Premier League postponed 6 more matches due to the wave of coronavirus infections hitting Britain. Last night's match between Spurs and Leicester was postponed just a few hours before kickoff, while Man United's clash against Brighton this weekend is among those games to be pushed out as well. The league has said that it will continue to stage matches where it is possible to do so safely. In that vein, Liverpool still hosted Newcastle yesterday, but the Reds picking up a 3-1 win, and Chelsea's 1-1 draw against Everton means that they are now 3 points behind the Reds and 4 behind Man City. Then on to cricket. A momentous day for Pakistan yesterday. They pulled off their highest ever T20 international run chase. That was in a 7-wicket win over the West Indies to complete that 3-0 series whitewash. Mohammad Rizwan smacking 87 off just 45 deliveries, and captain Baba Azam made 79 as the opening pair put on 158 to help Pakistan reach a target of 208 in just 18.5 overs. Incredible. It was the opening pair's 6th century stand in T20s, in fact the most by any pair in the format, while Rizwan now ends the year with a massive 1,326 runs in just 29 matches, and that's the most by any batsman in T20 internationals. Meanwhile, the ODI series that was set to start this weekend has now been postponed due to COVID-19 cases that are currently in the Windies camp. Then back into the water, Chad de Clos done it again. He's kept the SA flag flying with a podium performance on the opening day of the World Short Course Championships, picking up bronze in the 200-meter butterfly. So the race was won by Italy's Alberto Razzetti, with Noe Ponti of Switzerland claiming the silver. And that 3rd place finish took the South African stalwart's medal total at the World Short Course Championships to an incredible 16 now, dating back to his first back in 2010. And Leclos will still be in action in the 100-meter butterfly and the 200-meter freestyle heats. And now on to the track again, or at least drama coming to an end off the track. Lewis Hamilton's Mercedes team announced that they were withdrawing their appeal against Max Verstappen's controversial title-winning victory in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix last weekend. So the team said they had made the decision following, and I quote, constructive dialogue with the FIA with regard to establishing clarity for future racing scenarios. Verstappen claimed victory and the world title after the deployment of that late safety car in Sunday's season-ending race, and that led to the Dutchman being placed right behind Hamilton with fresh tyres, and he quickly overtook him on the final lap when the safety car was withdrawn. So Mercedes had an immediate double appeal dismissed by the stewards on the day, then logged an intention to appeal against that decision, which they have now duly, or they were required to trigger it last night, and they have chosen not to do so. But if you missed any of those details, we'll do it all over again at 8 o'clock right now. Let's set the tone for the day with your weather and some of those temperatures here in SA.
Thank you, Graham. And we start with weather news from abroad, and that is of Super Typhoon Ray. Yesterday battered the southern Philippines, forcing thousands of people to take shelter amid warnings of widespread flooding and destruction. It made landfall in Siargao, a popular tourist island, packed winds of some 175 kilometers per hour. The UN said some 13 million people could be affected by the typhoon. Flights were cancelled and ports were closed. Ray is one of the most powerful typhoons to hit the Southeast Asian country this year, and across the Pacific America experienced most gusts of tornado strength in one day in the country's history on Wednesday, only a few days after a fatal series of tornadoes had hit the country. The U.S. Weather Service said more than 55 wind gusts of some 120 kilometers per hour occurred over states in the country's Midwest on Wednesday. 19 tornadoes were also recorded. Now, from weather news abroad, we're bringing it back to our South African shores, where we take a look at those gorgeous sunrise views that you've been snapping around all over South Africa. Antoinette Justine shared this moody and cloudy image of the sky out of her window. The view must be even better when the cloudiness clears. Thank you for that, Antoinette. And Darish shared this image while sitting in the water, fishing. A pretty ideal way to start off the day. Thank you for that. And if you have a beautiful sunrise image that you'd love to share with us, please do so on the Expresso Facebook page. But let's get into those temperatures. If you're in Polokwane, a partly cloudy day with a low of 12, a high of 21. Rain can be expected in Mbombela with a low of 13, a high of 15. Cloudy in Pretoria, 12, reaching a high of 21. Johannesburg, 10 with a high of 18. Thunder showers in Mahikeng, 15, 26. Klerksdorp, 13, reaching a high of 22. If you're in Kimberley, 16 is your low, 27 your high. Bloemfontein, 11, reaching a high of 24. A rainy day ahead in Richards Bay, 14 with a high of 19. Pietermaritzburg, 10, reaching a high of 15. A rainy day in Durban, 15 is your low, 19 your high. Mthatha, 9, reaching a high of 15. A cloudy day ahead in East London, 13 with a high of 18. Cradock, 7, reaching a high of 24. Gqeberha, 15 with a high of 20. A sunny day in George, 11 with a high of 19. If you're in Cape Town, a low of 15 with a high of 27 can be expected. A sunny day in Worcester with a high of 30. Sutherland, 10, reaching a high of 25. And Uppington, a low of 21 and a hot 35 degrees Celsius ahead for today. That's where we leave your weather for now on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
You know what I love when I stand next to a piano? You know something's going to happen, something amazing. And we have Kaylee Bell here, who is part of the Thank Folk. It's the Holidays compilation album. You can get that on any good streaming site right now. And here's a little piece of what you can expect. It's a song called Last Christmas. And wham! It's here.
Thanks, Carl.
Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. And this year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. And this year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Bitten and twice shy, I keep my distance, but you still catch my eye. Tell me, baby, do you recognize me? It's been a year, so it doesn't surprise me. Merry Christmas, I wrapped it up and sent it with a note saying
shoulder to cry on. I faced a lover and a fire in his heart, a man and undercover, but you tore him apart. And now that I know what real love is, you'll never fool me again. And last Christmas I gave you my heart, and you gave it away. And this year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. And last Christmas I gave you my heart, and the very next day you gave it away. And this year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. And last Christmas I gave you my heart, and the very next day you gave it away. And this year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special.
Okay, I'm used to George Michael going around the TV and getting all jovial about it. Did you realize that it was such a sad song? Our brother is like welling up here, but that was absolutely beautiful. It just shows the caliber of artists we have here in South Africa, like Katie Bell. Absolutely extraordinary. If you want to get more, just get the album. It's a compilation album. Thank folk. It's the holidays, and more of those items coming your way in your feel-good festive show, Expresso, here on S3.
Thanks, man. You can just give me a whole kit. Alles voor jou, né? Alles.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Oh, can you believe it's finally here? The culmination of the reality cooking competition, Colour Your Plate with Koo, is this evening at 7 p.m. And we're going to be finding out who Mzansi's next cooking celebrity is going to be.
Oh, well, listen, this past Wednesday, the top 10 finalists were whittled down to 6. And we saw Nadia, Abida, Bubbles, Tapiso, Zandile, and Noliswe battle it out for a chance to compete in the top 3. Now, tonight, we will see them flexing their culinary skills for the ultimate grand prize. How's this? That's worth over 50,000 rand.
Yeah, it's life-changing to say the least. Now, we've seen them cook colourful meals, but can they handle the pressure now as the judges? Basetsana Kumalo, Ruben Riffle and Arthur Ramaroka set the toughest challenges to date to put their skills to the ultimate test.
And don't miss the Colour Your Plate with Koo grand finale tonight at 7 p.m. on SABC2.
It's the grand finale of Colour Your Plate with Koo this Friday at 7 p.m. Nadia, Tepiso, Bubbles, Zandi, Noli, and Apida are ready to take on the finale challenge with the hope of becoming Mzansi's next cooking star and winning the grand prize of over 50,000 rand.
To the 3 of you who did not make it to the final round, don't stop cooking.
Who will be Mzansi's next cooking star?
Congratulations, you are the winner of Colour Your Plate with Koo.
Find out this Friday at 7 p.m. on SABC2.
And here's the thing, all of this talk about food is making me hungry. And it's no wonder why. Pancakes are a firm favorite, and that's why I'm in the kitchen, because I'm so hungry and so ready for the pancakes. They're delicious, they're versatile, and you can have them for breakfast, you can have them for lunch or dinner. And today we're adding a mouth-watering festive season twist with Dumi Mokhwa in the kitchen. Hey, you are bringing every
Yonke into.
Yonke into.
Yonke into.
Miskat.
And the other thing is I'm keeping it sort of like gluten-free this side because we're going to be making some gluten-free pancakes and I'm using chickpea flour.
Okay, I've never heard of that twist.
Exactly.
So you're switching it up full on.
I'm switching it up. So I'm going to start by warming up my oil in a pan just while I get the mixture done.
So of course that's our Be Well canola oil, which is the which comes with all the uniqueness of Be Well canola oil combined with the taste of carefully selected extra virgin olive oils to produce, you know, a quality oil with a beautiful olive taste profile, which you really do get to appreciate when you get to taste the flavors and the output of the food. Now, it's made exclusively using locally sourced GMO-free canola oil, which we love.
And now the base for this chickpea base or pancake starts with our chickpea flour. I've added some baking powder. Into this, I'm adding some almond milk. So I'm just going to mix this up first, and then I'm going to add the rest of the ingredients. Now, I'm keeping it very simple, but the one thing I love is the flavors that we've got in here. So I've got the chickpea, and then I'm adding some apple cider vinegar because this is just going to add the tartness to the recipe itself. But then we're also adding some honey.
Some honey to neutralize all of that, because you've got apple cider vinegar, and you want to make sure you get some honey in so that it's not too vinegary.
I like you. I like that you know this stuff.
I mean, pancakes are my thing, because I'm not one for complicated things in the kitchen, but when it comes to the simple stuff like pancakes, I can do that.
I've noticed.
I always make pancakes for my niece.
Now, we can't leave it like that. We have to have something to enjoy this with. Now, you're going to be making a butternut pesto that we're going to be enjoying this with.
Now, this I've never done, all right? So tell me, what do I need to do here?
Perfect. You've got some butternut that's in there.
Which is
I'm going to ask you to add some of our Be Well oil to that as well, because we are going to
nice little glazing or sprinkle of our olive oil.
And then add some of our sage and some of our red onions and some rosemary to that.
Ooh, okay. So am I just throwing it on?
Just throw it all together, because what I love about the herbs we've added there is that you know that butternut is naturally sweet. I get it.
Yes.
So those herbs are in essence going to enhance the flavors that come from the butternut. You know?
I love that.
Take it up a notch. So I'm going to start frying up my pancakes over here.
Yeah, so how much of the onions do you want? Everything. Okay, great. And then what do I do next?
What you do next is that we're going to put that into the oven.
Okay.
Let that bake
up. Some more of our Be Well canola oil in there because you want to be generous.
I mean, why not, Baba? And then I'm going to put this in the oven to bake. We want it to roast, like, if you can look at this, we've made this a little earlier. It's got some of the specks of the, you know, charredness. We want that because that's additional flavor as well.
Ooh.
So I'm going to put this on the highest at 190 to 200. Let that roast for about 10 to 15 minutes.
So you're letting it go,
Let it do its own thing. But right now you can actually start making the pesto for us. Like,
so
you know, with
what do I do now?
Most pestos will have like some nuts or have some. What we've done is we've also changed it up a bit. We've taken out the pine nuts and we've added some roasted hazelnuts.
Wow.
We've also got some parmesan that's going in there. We're going to add a bit of salt and pepper.
That richness is what you want to get coming across, right?
And guess what? Third use. Go in there with some of our
because you'll get nowhere without.
Exactly.
Exactly.
All right. And then you're going to just blitz that all up. So you understand how we made our pancakes? We added some Be Well there.
Yes.
We're roasting our veggies. We've added some Be Well in there.
You see,
and now we're making the pesto. We're adding some Be Well.
When we talk about versatility, the versatility of that Be Well canola oil, this is where it really does come to the test. Okay.
See, what has happened then?
What's happened here is that I didn't have enough oil.
Not even.
Oh, okay.
The trick, whenever you're doing something like this, whenever you're lining up your blender.
Be a water boy.
Not even. Start with the dry ingredients at the bottom and the liquid on top, because then it's going to emulsify. Unless
so while that's happening, I must now, because I messed it up a little bit, right? A bit of water.
A little bit of water would help, And then I'm just going to go back to our flapjacks or our pancakes here. As you know, with most pancakes, before you can actually flip it over, you do want it to break the surface and have those air bubbles.
Yes.
So we're still going to let this sit for a bit before I flip it over. But you can continue here. We've got our flapjack or pancake.
Well, this is going.
Well, that is going.
Second time lucky.
Second time lucky. I've also got some halloumi skawara. We'll keep adding more water until it gets to the consistency.
That's the trick of it,
Because the whole idea is with the pesto, you don't want it to be too runny.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is.
You want it like nice and thick.
Yeah, you want it nice and thick, so you also don't want to add too much.
It actually is coming through nicely. It's nice and thick already. Yeah.
It's allowed because you also still want a bit of chunkiness. You want to be able to taste the ingredients that are in there.
And get into them. Yes.
So it's as if the blender is saying to us, wait, it's enough. We don't want too much more. Now you can actually start scooping a bit more of this onto there. We've got our chickpea pancake. We've got some halloumi that's going to go on top of that.
So am I scooping our pesto onto there?
Onto there, Baba. And then that's basically it. The recipe is very simple.
It's done.
It's enjoyable.
Are you serious?
Now you've got the halloumi, you've got the flavors of the pesto, you've got the chickpea pancake on its own. Like, talk about flavor. That's all it is.
Look at that.
And you can still see that the red onion that we had in there.
Look
You
at
can
that.
still
To
see
me,
the specks.
man.
You see what I'm talking about?
Me.
Kenya halloumi, Papa. Roll it. Kenya halloumi mo oja, and that's I feel like that is flavor on flavor. Wrap it up.
Do you wrap it up?
Have a bite and
then get tasting time.
Tasting time.
Okay, I'm going to tell you, because this is pretty much the quickest way we've seen a twisted up sort of pancake be made. I'll tell you.
While you do that, I'm just going to show SA. Our pancake is nice and flipped. It's nice and golden brown. We let it break those air bubbles. If you want to get the recipe, just go onto expressoshow.com for all the information that we've got here, the steps, everything, until so you can stop chewing now. South Africa still wants to understand what's going on.
I'm understanding what's going on.
You're getting the flavors there. All right, expressoshow.com for everything else.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, well, this is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso on S3. And with Christmas only a week away, it is time to spread some love and festive cheer with the perfect gifts for your loved ones. Now, the perfect person to show us what we can give us all the options, is our beauty editor, Knox Mafu. And she's about to take us through her festive beauty gift guide to making choosing the perfect gift easy for you. Knox, I love talking gifts. I love gift giving. And you know what? Buying the perfect gift for someone can quite be daunting. It's quite overwhelming. So you're here to help us out.
Absolutely. I think the easiest way to do this is really just to categorize things that you would maybe pick for someone, either that's someone you're close with or someone you're not so close with, because you know we've got Secret Santa that we need to get through and all of that. So what I've done is I've just chosen 4 base categories, which I think most of us can identify with.
Okay, so let's start with the first one. Which one do you want to start with?
Let me go this way. Okay, cool. So these are kind of my luxury items, right? So think about a big spoil for mom, for dad, or a partner. This is something where you're comfortable to splurge on. And my favorite at the moment is a fragrance from C. Fiori. And this is kind of for the sophisticated woman. So really beautiful black currant notes here and some blonde wood. So I really recommend this for someone who really loves to smell good and make an impact.
And that's such a nice way to spoil mom or any special person in your life.
Absolutely. To smell good is really to feel good. And then Dermalogic has just launched actually at selected Woolworths stores. So there's this beautiful body oil, which is made also with great oils, which can just replenish the skin. So if you want to treat someone who's had a hard year, this is the best way to do it.
Oh, fabulous. Now, I'm seeing makeup. You're getting me very excited.
You know, so this is the summer spoil. So this is something I would get for someone like you. And you know, W Beauty has an incredible makeup line. And what we love about this is that it's always made without cruelty to animals, which is great. But the ones that I would go for are maybe an eyeshadow palette, which is really great. This is wonderful because it's got a mix of things that are quite like mineralized, so you can get that glow.
And there's a variety of shades on that one palette alone.
Absolutely.
So you can really go from day to night, from work to play.
And it's so versatile. So this is the Iron Cheek one from W Beauty. And then we got a more kind of mineralized one, which is the eyeshadow palette.
All the nude.
Exactly. This is my favorite. This is where I live here. And then, of course, we've got the glow palette because it's summer. Why would you not want to glow? And Bobbi Brown's got an amazing range of lipsticks and also the Hydro lipstick from W Beauty. So this is great because I love these items. They give you that pop of color that you need in summer.
I'm all about the poppy lip at the moment. I'm
Exactly.
here for dresses and bright lipstick.
Exactly. That's the summer essential playlist. So this is for that. And then I think these are things that you would buy for maybe someone you're not that close with. You know what I mean?
So maybe someone in the office.
Exactly. We need to do, and you want to show them that you've got a touch of class. So this is kind of the pampering sessions from home. So we've got the grooming elements for the men. So this lovely beard oil, and we know collecting beards are great. And then we've got the room spray here from Charlotte Rays, and of course the candle. Just luxury items there also.
I'm going through a candle phase. I probably have in my bathroom alone probably about 12 candles. So whenever I take a bath, I light all of them.
It changes everything. Like, it just changes your house into a sanctuary, which is really great.
So candles are welcome.
Yes.
Thank you. Candles are welcome. And then here in front of me, this also is screaming luxury.
Absolutely. And that's what I love about it. I call it kind of noteworthy because it won't necessarily like break the bank, but these are such great items. They travel size. It's a range of beautiful fragrances. So we've got the Heart Light from W Beauty, and then of course blue for the gents. And it smells incredible, and you'd really leave an impact with someone there.
Oh my goodness, you're getting me so excited for the whole festive gift giving by showing us your favorite beauty guide. Knox, it's always so fun having you in studio. Thank you for showing us a quick and easy way to really categorize the different ways on how to gift for someone in your life, whether you're close to them or even if you're just working with them and you don't know them too well. Well, you can shop Knox's festive beauty gift guide. It's available at Woolworths. You can shop in-store, online, and on the Woolies app. Okay, can you pick that palette, please? Yeah.
Good.
Thank you.
Woolworths brings you the beauty brands you love. From the icons you swear by to local favorites. From clean beauty to coveted fragrances. Your most loved beauty brands. Edited for you.
A gifting queen.
You know what I do, babe.
I can only stand from a distance and just watch and wonder what gift I'll be getting from you.
Well, babe, there's categories to choose from, not to worry.
Well, and finally, a gift for ourselves, maybe a little self-care. If you're following a skincare routine, this one is for you. Are you giving your skin the nutrients that it needs? Well, this lady, Nakolo Mafu, our beauty editor, she recently went on a visit to a Woolworths store where she consulted with a dermalogica therapist for a face mapping and face fit treatment. Ne?
Yep,
was it fun?
It was really good. You should just find
You look good.
Jonga,
yeah,
I've got it.
Check it out.
Dermalogica is the leading professional skincare brand used by over 100,000 skin therapists in over 100 countries. Now you can imagine my excitement when I found out that Dermalogica will be launching at selected Woolworths stores across the nation. I'm here at Cavendish Square where I will be trying the coveted face mapping treatment, which allows me to get the best from my skin and find out what it needs to get that extra glow. Let's go. It's so lovely to meet you. Tell me more about face mapping.
Face mapping is a dermalogical concept which allows me as a master therapist to be able to give the most accurate prescription products to assist with your skin goal. So I'll be making use of the DAD device. This device will be able to help and assist me with picking up the amount of water, oil, pigmentation, and possible underlying congestion in the skin. Next up, we've got the testing of the hydration in the skin. This is basically going to give me an indication of the amount of water. Yours is a little bit on the lower side, but we can still do lots of rescuing, okay? So our first product over here is our pre-cleanse. Our pre-cleanse gets used on dry hands and dry face. It's the best way of removing the makeup. Oil removes oil. How does that smell?
Oh, it smells absolutely incredible.
just making sure we remove absolutely all traces of pre-cleanse. We're going to look a little bit deeper into your main concerns, which were the fine lines and also your dehydration. DAD is basically indicating that you do have some fine lines on the skin, but we know that your fine lines is more from dehydration.
Yes.
So it's actually amazing to know that it's not premature aging lines. The color on the skin complexion is absolutely beautiful, nice, evenly toned. Certain areas where we can just brighten up a little bit, and I'll be able to assist you with which product can help you do that.
Awesome.
So today I've chosen the special cleansing gel. Make sure that all the cleanser is off of the skin. This one foams up nicely, but without stripping the skin. I'm going to have all the product removed from the skin. This will now leave your skin squeaky clean, but without that extremely tight feeling. And how does that feel?
It feels incredible. It's much lighter because I often struggle with tight skin just after I wash my face.
Because it's got a bit of a lavender in it, it basically helps and assists with that calming and soothing experience on the skin.
Now, what's the next product you'd recommend?
So next up, we've got a multi-active toner. This one's going to help with hydration on the skin. Next up, we've got our moisturizer. So today I've chosen the Dynamic Skin Recovery, which is a 2-in-1 for you. SPF of 50. Gravity pulls everything down on a daily basis, so always in an upward movement, and also gentle strokes on the skin.
So good to see my skin feeling so glowy and light, actually.
So Knox, are you feeling comfortable with using the 4 products? The pre-cleanse, facial cleansing gel, the daily microfoliant, our dynamic skin recovery. It's on a daily basis.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So will you be taking all 4 today with you?
Right away. And there you have it. Here are my 4 products from my face mapping. Now remember, you can visit the Dermalogica stand at selected Woolworths stores across the country. And you can shop the products in store, online, or on the Woolies app.
Did you pay for those, my love?
Oh, barely. Oh, barely. I literally wanted to run out with everything.
But your skin is looking absolutely incredible. You have this radiance.
Thank you so much.
That's just pulling through, perfect for the season.
Honestly, like, it was such an education to go there and just learn what I could do to make it better, so I really appreciate that. Yeah.
I absolutely love that. It sounds like that it definitely is something for everyone. So make sure you go out there, go to a Woolworths store, check out the Dermalogica counter, do your face mapping and see what your challenges are so that they're able to recommend the right products for you. Get that glow on. You're taking me next, eh?
I will.
Good.
Let's go after the show.
After the show.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso. You're live in S3, and it's time to get back into the kitchen with AEG for some festive flavor. And being Friday, we'll be making a mouth-watering treat for the entire family, a winning peppermint crisp cheesecake with the 2 cheesiest guys in the world. Graham and I in the kitchen with you. But before we get there, this is actually a great opportunity for us to get a winner on the line. Well, hopefully there'll be a winner. We're not too sure. Is that Simpiwe Manyoni from Newcastle?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Hey, so Graham and I have been, we've been looking into each other's eyes, and we saw a piece of paper earlier. And Simpiwe, we have some news for you. the news is...
Yes.
You've just won 10,000 Rand from AEG!
Oh my goodness.
10,000 Rand.
Thank you.
Oh, it's
oh
an
my
absolute...
goodness. I'm literally shaking.
Oh, that's brilliant. We are shaking as
Thank
well.
you so
It makes
much.
us so happy.
Thank you. I'm so humbled. Oh my goodness.
What are you going to spend the money on? Do you have any designs, plans at this stage?
Yes, I do. I'm buying more ornaments for my Christmas table, Christmas plates, and for our Christmas, we'll have our first Christmas tree ever. Thank you.
Oh, man, that's so lovely.
That is so special. Simpi, we see from your post that you'll be baking these holidays. Can you give us an idea of what you'll be baking and cooking for your family?
Oh, most definitely. I'll be making scones, my favorite, some chocolate cake. Oh my goodness, I'll be baking it up. And our favorite melting moments.
Ooh. Okay.
We love you. The only rule is this. You've got to take lots of photos and you've got to post them and you've got to tag us, please. We want to see the fruits of your labor.
I'll do that. I'll do exactly that. Thank you so much. I'm so happy. Thank you.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure, courtesy of AEG, an absolute pleasure to be giving you a little extra festive.
Oh, yes.
You know what? So I think we should, in honor of this being a baker's paradise, 10 grand, hey? Oh, she's going to be able to do a lot with that. We're going to make you a cheesecake right now. Are you ready for that?
Please do. Let me press my record button. I need to.
Oh, yes.
Girl.
Press the record button.
No
That's the whole
pressure.
idea. Okay,
But
let's do it.
Congratulations once again. We really are proud of you. 10,000 Rand!
10,000 Rand!
Beautiful stuff. Okay.
Right, let's
what
do
a
this.
Sweetheart. Okay, so I'm going to do the wet, you're going to do the dry.
Okay, well, it makes sense.
Hey, okay,
It
but
gets a biggie droog sometimes, but let's go for it. All right, so...
you're a blooming...
Thank you.
Funny man, man.
I
mean,
appreciate
literally, you're a blooming man.
Are we going to do some gelatin? So
Yeah,
we got
so-
gelatin powder here, and the thing is, you can use a gelatin sheet, one of them if you don't have gelatin powder, but this is what we can use today. And we're going to bloom it, and here's a nice way of blooming it. We're going to go to our AEG microwave and give it about 10 seconds.
Imported microwave.
That's correct. Okay.
Is this a little bit of a hack here? Are you just throwing in a bit of a baking hack?
Just a little hack.
Wow.
Just a little something. I'm not going to do it for too long. I'm going to keep watching it. I don't want it to like boil over. I just want it to bloom.
Yeah.
So the environment inside over here, you know, these temperatures are super regulated in AEG, so I'm going to do that. It's going to be a couple of seconds, and once it's bloomed, let me just give it a check here. Oh, it's almost there. And we're almost
All right,
good to
so
go.
while you're doing that, I've got obviously our cream cheese, which forms the base, and we're doing a fridge cheesecake. I prefer fridge to baked. I don't know, it's everyone's preference.
I'm a baked guy.
Are you a baked guy?
Yes, but you know
Okay.
what? I've tasted some incredible fridge ones, and I would say...
Let's see if this one is going to
that would
tickle your
work for
fancy.
me.
Thank you so much.
Great.
So condensed milk. I mean, we ain't playing around, eh?
So what are we doing there? We got what,
Okay,
cream cheese,
condensed milk. Cream cheese now.
Bloomed.
Blooming.
Gelatin. Yeah, it is still going. I'm not going to lie.
It's coming. Because
on
you
its
do
way.
obviously want a nice dessert kind of stiffness to it.
Okay.
And now I'm going to just give this guy a bit of a burn.
Okay, let's do that.
Without getting, hopefully, too much of this stuff. Look, that's not too bad, actually.
Yeah, no, the
Okay.
bloom actually worked. You see, it did. Thank you.
So, buddy, what I'm going to need is a nice, beautiful, crispy, buttery base to pour this on.
I got your back. All right, so what we got here, we've got our biscuit base, and what we're going to do is we're going to pour some butter in there, just so it can set up quite nicely, and we're going to mix that through as well. And so both of us are mixing. Look at us
I
being
know, man.
DJs. I feel like we're at like a Tomorrowland, you know? That's right. Okay,
Oh, wait, then there's that crazy moment where he puts the mix in there.
Sorry, that's us being cheesy. Ah, that's a
You were
cheesecake.
crying about missing rage or anything like that?
Yep.
Turn it up, turn it up.
Yeah, we are actually doing this live. It's rage, but in the kitchen.
Oh, this is actually getting a beautiful, silky, smooth consistency.
I'm good with that
I think
base.
I'm about right. Okay, so...
All right.
I mean, your base thickness, it's very personal.
It is indeed.
Is it too personal for me to ask?
I like
how thick you like your base?
I think it's... You know what? I do like a bit of bite at the bottom, because the thing is, if I'm going to do a fridge cheesecake, I do want the bite to be there.
Need the
with
texture
the baked, I'm actually not too fussy about because when it goes to bake, I'm chilled, I'm relaxed. I think it's okay. But when it comes to fridge, I want to get that texture.
Yeah, you want the beautiful, soft, cool kind of creaminess of the cheesecake element with the bite, the crunch of our base. That looks beautiful, dude. So you quite some melted butter in there.
Yep, indeed.
Excuse me.
And then so I just want to make sure. I know. It's just me patting this base. I got you. Just don't cry. Don't cry.
I might. I'm getting very excited because we're going to do a little bit of a trick here. So I mean, this is actually a great jumping off point. So you can have a little bit of fun. We obviously going with our peppermint crisp filling, which we love, and we've got a beautiful caramel swirl that we're going to introduce. If you like berry, maybe you want to go with some coulis or some fresh berries in that space. Maybe you want to introduce some chocolate, some dark chocolate, a bit of ganache, some white chocolate. Have some fun with it. Maybe some of those festive, a bit more spicy, a milk tarty kind of flavor profile.
All right.
Go for it, man. Okay, beautiful base. Thank you so much. So I'm pouring in...
You're most welcome.
Our beautiful center...
And I think we're nice and balanced there, actually. Our ratios are very good for this. This is beautiful. And I'm loving the fact that we can decorate. And I think this is actually a great time to get the kids involved. They can do all the decorations and you can help them sort of to pick it. I mean, we're going to go peppermint crisp, of course, but sky's the limit.
Here's the thing. This is what's made me nervous.
What is that? The swirl.
It's the swirl.
Do you know, I believe in you. And if there's one person who'll get this right, it's you.
I don't even know where to begin. I feel like
you're going to be fine. Do you want to loosen it up in the microwave a bit? I got your back.
Can you?
Let's go. Back to the AEG we go. Back to the bat cave.
Go for it.
I got your back. Okay.
Because obviously, aesthetically, we wanted to have a beautiful kind of ripple effect.
That's correct. So what we're going to have to do is marbling.
That's it.
Right.
And if there is any peppermint crisp left by the time you are finished baking, because it's difficult, it's very difficult not to just keep snacking.
That's what I would do. In fact, I'd probably snack on that.
Yeah,
where's
Zoe?
And biscuit.
Where's Zoe? We've got the ultimate dough mixture. So this is quick, it's simple, it's easy.
It is indeed.
I love the fact that now all you really need to do is just somewhat pop it in the fridge and leave it overnight.
Warm, careful, and
beautiful. Oh, that's much better. Thank you.
Now you can swirl it. This is going to be so good.
Oh, I hope so, man.
All right, swirl.
Just swirl your
Come
way
on.
around.
I told you, my brother. I told you. I trusted you. And you never, always, you never let me down. Come on. That's a piece of art. That's not even a cheesecake anymore.
A little bit of an extra swirl around the outer edge, but that's
a Picasso.
Lovely. And then, and I mean, you can go as rich and crazy as you want.
Do it. Sprinkle it. If you want to get any of the details on the recipe as well as the method, please go to expressoshow.com. We got it all here for you while we literally...
Look how beautiful it looks,
I am eyeballing this thing for later because it's going to set up first, but please feel free and try it this weekend, and more importantly, post it on the Expresso Facebook page. We'd love to see it, and we are all very excited to challenge the expected with AEG this festive season. Remember to enter to win your share of 100,000 Rand with AEG. We have 5 more 10,000 Rand winners to announce. So visit Expresso's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram pages and comment on the AEG competition post telling us how you will plan to change up the celebrations this holiday season with AEG festive flavor. That's the hashtag. We could be calling you live at Expresso as we did with Simpiwe to announce your 10,000 Rand winning. So head on over to the social pages and comment with hashtag AEG festive flavor to enter. T's and C's on expressoshow.com.
Let's drop it. You drop it.
Why not order from your oven? With precision, raise your standards and make it matter. AEG. Challenge the expected.
Oh, well, listen, it looks like the gents had a lot of fun in the kitchen, but it's, you know what, the fun is going to continue because you have a sassy elf over here, and if you put soul-searching lyrics and upbeat melodies and you blend it all together, it gives you Ruby June, the singer and songwriter who loves surprising audiences with the great command that she has over her voice and guitar. Now, she's got a brand new tune out. It's titled Mama Africa. It's also got a music video that you can find on YouTube, so search for Ruby June, Mama Africa, and you can see that beautiful music video. And you know what? This can also be found on the Thank Folk. It's the Holidays Christmas compilation album that is out right now. So it's available on all digital streaming sites. But Ruby June, the floor is yours, and here she is with Mama Africa.
There's a good feeling in the air. Everyone's got that holiday cheer. So I'll fill up my cup, put my feet up and relax. Yeah. You see, it's summertime. I'm feeling that December vibe with Christmas round the corner and the sunshine on my mind. Oh, Mama Africa, shine your light on us. Oh, Mama Africa, shine your light on us. We don't need mistletoe. We don't need ice or snow. There's nowhere else we need to go to have a good time. We don't need Santa Claus. We don't need a cocoa or s'mores. If we got the sun shining down on us, we'll have a good time. Yeah, we'll have a good time. The sun sets real late in the evening, gives us more time in the day. Everything feels better this way. Can it be Christmas every day? It's time to party, party, time to let go. Mooi nog een choppie op je braai, ons zijn al lekker door. Jij! Oh, Mama Africa, shine your light on us. Oh, Mama Africa, shine your light on us. Expresso, are you ready? We don't need mistletoe. We don't need ice or snow. There's nowhere else we need to go to have a good time. We don't need Santa Claus. We don't need hot cocoa or s'mores. We got the sun shining down on us. We'll have a good time. Yeah. Come on, we'll have a good time, yeah. No, we don't need mistletoe. We don't need ice or snow. And there's nowhere else we'll need to go to have a good time. We don't need Santa Claus. We don't need a cocoa or s'mores. If we got the sun shining down on us, we'll have a good time. We'll have a good time. Turn the party on, have a good time.
Yes, Ruby! Yes!
Breakfast show. It is from the Thankfolk. It's the holiday Christmas compilation album, and they're also going to be doing a broadcast, in fact, a performance at Cafe Rue next week, Friday, on the 24th of December. Tickets are selling fast, so get your hands on it. They're going to be showcasing the album there. It is at caferue.co.za. But this was amazing. You're definitely bringing the Christmas cheer to your Feel Good Breakfast show, but you mustn't go anywhere because that album is available to stream on all digital platforms, and we have another performance coming your way on this Friday morning.
Oh, you can make my day.
till the three of us been together. Let's do it.
We will be able to roll this out pretty much immediately.
I've got this.
You both better be on that plane tomorrow.
Our Monati keeps friendships flourishing with freebie SIM-only 6 gigs at $289 per month with loads of extras.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Time to take you back to the movies for the movie. I know we've said it a few times, but this one is going to, I think, break a few records in the box office. The ultimate festive treat. Why? Because we love the character, we love the actors, and now they're bringing all of the characters and the actors that we've loved through previous iterations back for Spider-Man No Way Home.
You really seem like you're trying to restrain yourself.
Are you a Spider-Man man? I'm definitely a Spider-Man man, okay. And in all iterations, and of course into the Spider-Verse you took us, and I gladly followed and absolutely loved that. And that's now become my son and our favorite film. And we have enjoyed broaching the idea of multiple universes, okay? Now, making it almost impossible from a spoiler alert perspective, trying to avoid seeing things has been so difficult.
Seen it, don't worry, there's nothing I could say to spoil it.
Please don't ruin it, but set the premise for us here, because it feels like there's a lot going on.
So the Spider-Verse thing is a good start. Obviously now they saw how much that put its hooks in people, the animation.
Yeah, we loved it.
So it was incredible, it was masterful.
Yeah,
so they can't resist talking about that concept. And so in this one, you see that new characters return who are beloved from those previous iterations. Man, Willem Dafoe is back, Alfred Molina, Jamie Foxx, like class actors. But tell you what, I'll let them speak for themselves. That's the most exciting aspect for me of who is back in Spider-Man for No Way Home, not Far From Home, for the previous one. Let's hear the villains speak for themselves.
Ooh, yay.
We started getting some visitors from every universe. Hello, Peter.
It's been very nice to come back to something that is familiar, but at the same time completely new.
You're not Peter Parker.
I am so confused right now.
20 years since his Green Goblin. 17 years since my first time as Doc Ock.
What was your name again?
Dr. Otto Octavius.
Seriously, what's your actual name?
You got another chance to stir some things up. How you like the new? Electro is like the world did me wrong. And now I got this energy. I'm about to go get mine.
You're not gonna take this away from me.
Doc Ock picks up where he left off.
What have you done with my machine?
He's looking for revenge.
You want to play games?
The Goblin believes in a world of losers and winners. Power is all that matters.
It's a wonderful world to be in. We're having a lot of fun.
They're a danger to our universe. We need to send them back.
Looks like we got competition.
I think people are going to be really surprised. They're going to marvel. Oh,
Oh man, Jamie definitely gave away their age there with that little Marvel joke.
Oh, it's so cheesy. But those actors, man, Willem Dafoe, Jamie Foxx, Alfred Molina.
Leading actors.
We were just like gushing now, me and cameraman Sean over there, and all of us, in fact, about Willem Dafoe's performance in the first Spider-Man, which for me might still be the...
Yeah, I mean, they've all got... There is something powerful in each version, which we love.
Yeah, that's a different thing they're tackling.
The actors, superb. The storyline, I think after what we've been put through in the Marvel Universe, we'll believe anything really now. Okay. Do we believe this? Can we believe this? Does it all
No one
tie
should
together?
care about... I just counted 4 new grey hairs on my head. That might be pandemic stuff, I'm not sure. So who should care about JP's opinion on a teenage superhero movie?
You're the guy, man.
However, my thing is, like, they introduced Doctor Strange. You were talking about the Marvel Universe as a whole. Doctor Strange, he fought Dormammu, if I'm getting that name right, like 1,000,000 times, where he goes, I'm here to make a deal. He saw like 1 trillion iterations of how the endgame could pan out, right? Remember, he's lived forever, basically. Is Doctor Strange, like, is built into him that he's dumb as bricks to basically fulfill the wish of a teenager to have everyone's memory like
you know what I
flashy
think
thing
he is?
like MIB?
I think he's arrogant.
It's partly that too.
I think he's
But how, across 1 trillion years, have you not become like the arbiter of wisdom to go, kid, Because let me tell you the story. Peter Parker, what he wants to do is after the one with Jake Gyllenhaal, like basically exposed his identity. So there's this interesting play of like social media cancellation and all those fears.
We love to hate. Hey, we love to hate.
No, I'm not anti-cancellation necessarily. I mean, I'll cancel superhero movies. No, I'm being silly. However, Peter Parker goes to Doctor Strange and says, "You've got these powers to change and mess around with time. How about we just tinker with the whole of the time-space continuum to fulfill your teenage needs for anonymity again?" And Doctor Strange goes, "Ooh, I'll flirt with that." But like you said, and you're correct, partly it's his arrogance that I can do anything I want. Obviously, that breaks the space-time, that screws with time as we know it. And thus,
short circuits.
We see people like Doc Ock, we see people like the Green Goblin, and we see, I've got to say, I didn't see the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, so it's the Jamie Foxx Lightning character.
Yeah.
Shockman.
I've enjoyed them all.
Return through these multiverses.
I think I love Tobey Maguire, obviously, and
Tobey Maguire's number one.
Yeah, he's just such a phenomenal actor, and he brought a vulnerability.
Yeah.
What I like about Tom Holland, he's brought a sense of youth, and we forget that Spider-Man is just really young.
Yeah.
And you often forget that, you know.
That's why I've been stressing myself too, and hopefully people realize this. Like, it's cool for people like Graham and JP who I can hear your hip cracking now with age. There, that's squeaky
that was my hip.
Me too. Like I just went arthritic in my left side of my body. So like we can enjoy these two, but these do not belong to us anymore. Man, get the kids to see No Way Home too. Let them grow up with something. Let us not be these guardians, these 40-year-old gatekeepers.
Well, the joy is we keep talking about how cool they were back in the day. Now we can actually show them how cool villains were back in the day.
You and I get the Matrix next week too, but that's another story.
Goodness. Do you have anything more to show us without spoiling anything?
Yes. No. JP can't spoil a thing. This is a preview. I'm not seeing it. I'm not scoring this. I'm not rating it. Go make up your own mind. So this is just a teaser, a taster, a TV spot of Spider-Man No Way Home. Let's see if you get a feel and appetite for it.
Spider-Man is in fact Peter Parker.
My entire life got screwed up. Could you make it so that Mysterio never revealed my identity?
You ready?
Whoa, hang on. What just happened?
We tampered with the stability of space-time. The multiverse is a concept about which we know frighteningly little. Hello, Peter.
I think they're just suffering from a boredom, a lack of like national disasters or global universal disasters.
Yeah, I mean, like those aren't happening.
Yeah, let's just cause a little bit of trouble. Okay, I love it. On face value, I love it. I love the actors. I love the idea, the notion of, and I think the timing is going to be really big for this particular film. This is going to be a big one.
Oh, no doubt. You don't need me to tell you that. So check it out for yourself. Spider-Man No Way Home is out today.
I know. I know. What do you?
Go web.
Okay, put it out there. What are you thinking? Is this like a 5? Is this a 6? Is this a 7? Is it a 10?
He's not going to throw random numbers.
Thinking? What are you thinking?
This is a 4, 20, 69.
Come on.
Whatever. No. Look, JP does not like superhero movies. I've hit a fatigue point. You guys can love him and you can leave him and you can do what you want with him. But me, I'm at an end point with these, an end game. But Spider-Man, like you said, it's actually got a soft spot for a lot of people. Great personal story, great emotional story. So
my favorite.
I'll enjoy this too.
One of my favorite superheroes, undoubtedly, but I think a whole legion of new fans are going to be introduced to the awesome might of Spidey, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
All of that Marvel action. Spider-Man No Way Home. Something to look forward to. And now we take a final look at those news headlines. 8 o'clock here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We start off here with our national news. Miss South Africa 2020, Shudu Musida, will have to wait a while longer before representing her country at the 2021 Miss World pageant. The pageant has temporarily postponed its global broadcast finale in Puerto Rico due to the health and safety interests of contestants, staff, crew and the general public. This after additional positive cases of COVID-19 were confirmed yesterday morning. The finale will be rescheduled at the Puerto Rico Coliseum within the next 90 days, and Musida will be up against 109 contestants from other countries. Staying in South Africa, Fitch Ratings have unexpectedly downgraded its outlook on South Africa's credit rating, providing some respite as the nation grapples with the economic damage brought on by the fourth wave of the coronavirus infections. The company kept the nation's foreign and local currency ratings at BB-, 3 levels below investment grade, and changed the outlook to stable from negative. Fitch said that the move reflects the faster-than-expected economic recovery and significant improvements to key gross domestic product-based credit metrics after the nation made changes to the way that GDP is calculated. In international news, Uganda has started delivering HIV medicine by drone to an archipelago in Lake Victoria. It's a pilot program aiming to improve the transport of medical supplies for the country's health system, which faces chronic shortages. Now, the operation is funded by pharmaceutical company Johnson & Johnson and run by the government's Infectious Diseases Institute. It delivers HIV drugs to patients in rural hamlets in Kalangala, an 84-island area, and other African countries such as Ghana as well as Rwanda are already using drones to improve healthcare delivery. 5 children have died and 4 injured after falling from a bouncy castle that was blown into the air in Australia. The accident, caused by a powerful gust of wind, happened yesterday at a primary school fun day in Devonport, Tasmania. The children fell from some 10 meters, with 2 boys and 2 girls among the victims, and a 5th child died later in hospital. Now, the children were in grade 6, thus probably 10 or 11 years old. Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison described the accident as unthinkably heartbreaking. And next, sounds of the birds make it big down under. The following story concerns entertainment, but with a twist. And let's say right away, move over Mariah Carey and Michael Bublé and the likes of ABBA. An album made up entirely of the tweets and squawks of endangered Australian birds has debuted in the top 5 of the country's area music charts. Now, Songs of Disappearance has indeed eclipsed some big names in the entertainment industry. Created by BirdLife Australia, the album features the bird songs of 53 of Australia's most threatened species. Some sounds took hours of waiting in the bush to record one short tweet. David Stewart, a wildlife sound recordist, has spent more than 30 years collecting often rarely heard sounds of Australia's wildlife. It's his bird recordings that have been used in the album, and Songs of Disappearance has made history by becoming the very first album of its kind to chart in the top 5 down under. Proceeds of sales will go to BirdLife Australia's conservation projects. A study by Charles Darwin University showed that 216 of Australia's 1,299 bird species had disappeared, and the study also found that climate change was pushing all these birds closer to extinction. That is a feel-good story, and certainly gems to be finding on your leading streaming services. As we leave it for this morning, here's a final look at what's happening in sport with Graham.
Thanks so much, Tabiso. Let's start with football. The Premier League has now postponed 6 more matches due to the wave of coronavirus infections hitting Britain as we speak. So last night's match between Spurs and Leicester was postponed just a few hours before kickoff, while Man United's clash against Brighton this weekend is among those games that are going to most likely be pushed out. The league has said that it will continue to stage matches where it's possible to do so safely. In that vein, Liverpool still hosted Newcastle last night, with the Reds picking up a 3-1 win, and Chelsea's 1-1 draw against Everton means that they are now 3 points behind the Reds and 4 adrift of league leaders Man City. Then on to cricket. Pakistan pulled off their highest ever T20 international run chase in a 7-wicket win over the West Indies to complete their 3-0 series whitewash yesterday. Mohammad Rizwan, he smashed 87 of just 45 balls, while captain Babar Azam made 79 as the opening pair put on 158 to help Pakistan reach a target of 208 in 18.5 overs. And was the opening pair's 6th century stand in T20s. That's the most by any pair in the format, while Rizwan ends the year with a massive 1,326 runs in 29 matches in the format, the most by any batsman in T20 internationals, in fact. Meanwhile, the ODI series that was set to start this weekend has now been postponed due to COVID-19 cases in that Windies camp. Then into the water we go as Chad Leclos kept the South African flag flying high with a podium performance. That was on the opening day of the World Short Course Championships, picking up bronze in the 200-meter butterfly. So the race was won by Italy's Alberto Rossetti, with Noe Ponti of Switzerland claiming the silver. And that third-place finish takes the South African stalwart's medal total at the World Short Course Champs to an incredible 16 medals in total, dating back to his first back in 2010. Leclos will still take part in the 100-meter butterfly and the 200-meter freestyle heats a little bit later as well. And then finally, it seems like we have concluded a very dramatic couple of weeks in Formula One. Lewis Hamilton's Mercedes team have announced that they are withdrawing their appeal against Max Verstappen's controversial title-winning victory in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix last weekend. So the team said they had made the decision following, and we quote, constructive dialogue with the FIA with regard to establishing clarity for future racing scenarios. Verstappen claimed victory and the world title after the deployment of a late safety car in Sunday's season-ending race that led to the Dutchman being placed right behind Hamilton with fresher tyres, and that meant he was able to overtake him quite easily on that final lap when the safety car was withdrawn. Mercedes had immediately made a double appeal that was dismissed on the day by the stewards, then lodged an intention to appeal against the decision, which they were required to trigger by last night, and they obviously opted not to do that. Well, that's where we leave our sport for this Friday morning and for the week, in fact. Let's get one last look at the weather.
Thank you, Graham. And just a quick news update. A number of matric examination scripts were damaged and a marker slightly injured during a hailstorm that battered Tabanku in the Free State on Wednesday. The Department of Basic Education said the roof at Albert Moroka High School was blown off while marking was underway. The department assured candidates that nobody would be disadvantaged as a result of this natural disaster. In KwaZulu-Natal, torrential rain and gale force winds over parts of Mtuzuma, north of Durban, left hundreds of people in the area homeless on Wednesday night. Meanwhile, the South African Weather Services earlier said disruptive rain was experienced over parts of at least 5 provinces yesterday, and that the wet weather would continue into the weekend. And we urge all residents in those affected areas to please remain as safe as possible while dealing with these inclement weather conditions. Now we go from weather news to your sunrise views, and we've received some beautiful ones across South Africa. Now JP Malharba from Robertson is shared this one this morning, kicking us off with a beautiful image of a blue sky filled with large puffy white clouds. And then one Dile Nkobo from Durban got creative with this image, showing off the silhouetted picture as the sun begins to rise behind the plants in the foreground. At 7 a.m., Antoinette shared this moody and cloudy image of the sky out of her window, and the view must be even better on a very clear and sunny day. And then last but not least, Diresh also shared this great image while sitting on the water fishing. A very spectacular way to start off the day. Diresh, thank you so much for that. And if you would love to share a beautiful sunrise photo from this weekend, please share it with us on the Expresso Facebook page. But let's take a look at those temperatures one last time this morning. Polokwane, a partly cloudy day ahead with a low of 12, a high of 21. Mbombela, rainy, a low of 13, a high of 15. Pretoria, 12-21. Johannesburg, 10 with a high of 18. Thunder showers in Mahikeng, 15-26. Klerksdorp, partly cloudy, 13, reaching a high of 22. Thunder showers in Kimberley, 16-27. Bloemfontein, 11, reaching a high of 24. Rain can be expected in Richards Bay, 14, reaching a high of 19. A wet day in Pietermaritzburg, 10 with a high of 15. Rainy in Durban, 15 with a high of 19. Mthatha, 9, reaching a high of 15. A cloudy day ahead in East London, 13 with a high of 18. Cradock, 7, 24. If you're in Gqeberha, a low of 15, a high of 20 can be expected. George, 11, reaching a high of 19. A sunny day for Cape Town, 15 is your low, 27 your high. Worcester, 14, reaching a high of 30. Partly cloudy in Sutherland, 10, 25. And Uppington, partly cloudy day ahead, but a low of 21 and a high of 35 degrees Celsius. Well, that's where I leave your weather on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
All right. Weather is looking strange all over the country.
Yeah.
I think let's get to something a bit more festive that can
Yes.
make us feel good.
Yes.
And this is where Nedbank comes in. They're giving us all a very, very lovely opportunity. And this is something great. All right. A merry green Christmas and a chance to win some serious cash.
Yeah, that's it. That's the question. That's, well, I suppose the challenge, right? They're giving us that as an offer.
Yep.
From Monday to Friday next week, you will have a chance to win yourself $1,000 in guaranteed cash and then be called live on the show to pick one of 2 mystery boxes and stand a chance of winning another 500 Rand or 1,000 Rand, depending on which box you pick. Graham and I like to call it, what time is it? I'm a piga boxini.
I like that. Okay, I need to join that next week. So to enter, we want you to tell us how you have made better money choices to help you save or grow your finances this year. Whether you save the petrol money, oh goodness, you have to save that. You weren't using, or perhaps you cooked at home more, or perhaps you took an entrepreneurial step and leap, in fact, and turned your side hustle into a second income. Whatever your story is, share it with us and you could be a deserving winner.
Hey, you can enter. So many ways to enter. It's exciting. I'm really getting so amped up about this one.
Yes.
Enter on the Expresso Facebook or Twitter page. You must include that hashtag NedbankGreenChristmas to qualify. Now, for all the terms and conditions, go on to expressoshow.com and make sure that you don't miss out on this very merry, festive giveaway, courtesy of Nedbank. Because what time is it? I'm a picker. Boxini.
I'm a piga boxini.
Never think 100 Rand is just a clipper. It's a fresh fade or prepaid electricity. It also gets you a gold credit card from only 40 Rand per month, and you still get change. So, do you want a bank that takes your money or a bank that takes your money seriously? Get a Nedbank Gold credit card that helps you afford more.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to it, your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso live here on S3. It's all the Friday Feel Good and a chance for you to experience Red and unlock summer with Vodacom's Red plans and amazing giveaways. The first 1,000 people to switch to Red this summer, they'll enjoy a free one-night stay at any Protea Hotel by Merit. That's a fantastic prize.
Easy peasy. Talk about an amazing deal. We love the fact that we're wanting to get out and explore. And sometimes you don't need a lot of time to go and just really feel like you've left your reality and just to get a breath of fresh air. And especially now, I think this time of the year, man.
Absolutely, because the thing is, even just one night at a hotel does feel like you've taken all the reset that you need.
Change is as good as a holiday. And I think the big thing is, where would you go then? I think I'd probably hit the garden route again. I had such a nice day at the Protea at the Wanderers, and I love being in that part of the world.
Oh, yeah. Have you been to Protea Carradine, though, in KZN?
No, I haven't.
Well, I'd go there.
Okay.
I would go there. It's right by the beach.
You do the garden route, I'll do Carradine. Sorted. Absolutely love it. Well, take a look at this. If you are going to switch to Red, your switch to a Red Core deal from Vodacom will include the following. 3 gigs of video ticket, that's 1 gig per month for 3 months. Theft cover for 4 months for your peace of mind.
Wow.
Free 20 gigabytes of data once off.
Okay, that's big. And here's another one from Vodacom. You can get a Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3 with 800 minutes Red Core More voice plan, which includes 5 gigs anytime and 5 gigs night owl data plus 800 minutes for 1,599 Rand per month.
Sure.
That's for 24 months, plus a free Samsung Galaxy Active over and above. Okay.
We love that, man. So you can get busy. Now, if you could get an iPhone 13 Pro with a 10 gigabyte Red Core More data plan, that includes 5 gigs anytime and 5 gigs night owl mobile data, plus 800 minutes for just 1,679 Rand per month over the 24-month period. Some fantastic deals.
That is the one I want. But I've already switched, so now I don't know.
Now
anyway,
I want the full.
Anyway, experience Red and unlock summer with these amazing deals from Vodacom and own that summer. Unlock it.
Switch to Red. Enjoy a free night stay at any Protea hotel by Marriott this summer. Further together, Vodacom.
Oh, well, we are about to unlock all of the fun in the kitchen for you and your family.
Let's create together with the Golden Baker Search Junior Edition on Expresso Morning Show. Brought to you by Golden Cloud and Beacon.
Well, if you have been rushing to enter the Golden Baker Search Junior Edition, then we have some fantastic news for you to give you more time to perfect your entry. We are extending this deadline till next week, Thursday, the 23rd of December. So you have an extra 6 days. Now, for the next bit, we are have some very exciting news because joining the Expresso presenters on the judging panel for the finale is the one and only Chef Tumi. Yes, she's going to be joining the panel, and she'll also be sharing, this morning with us some inspiration for you to enjoy at home. And joining Tumi on the panel will also be the passionate foodie and digital director of Tiger Brands, Sadika Fakir, along with marketing manager Roxy Naika. How exciting is that you're on the panel?
It is very exciting because for once I get to be on the other end of the competition, judging and looking for people that are, the potential. And I think the biggest thing for me is having fun.
Having fun. Now, I know each judge has their own thing that they look for. What will you be looking for?
I'm just looking for that duo, man. A duo that really has fun with whatever recipe they'll be making, but a recipe that also represents them. The one thing you want when it comes to cooking and baking and doing stuff like that, you want something that speaks to you. You don't want to necessarily copycat anything else. So I'm just looking to see.
You're looking for that quirky, unique element.
Why not?
Well, there we go. So now you know how to impress Chef Tumi. I am very excited for what we're about to make because we're making some Christmas cake pops.
Yes. So you see those ornaments that you find on your Christmas trees? Now we're making some edible ones. You don't necessarily have to put them on there, but I mean, why not? Let's have fun making them.
How cute would it not be? But I mean, it's probably not hygienic to actually hang these on your tree.
But you could actually just wrap them in some cellophane or something like that, just to make sure you can hang them on the tree. I mean, why not?
And then enjoy them all the way through to Christmas. By Christmas time, you'll have a bare tree because you've eaten all the delicious desserts. So, of course, we are using our Golden Cloud cake mix. Is this the vanilla flavor?
This is the vanilla. And as per the box, we're going to be mixing in some eggs as well as some milk and some oil. If you want to get the exact directions, it is on the box itself.
Okay. Can I just tell you how incredible these cake mixes are? For someone like myself that doesn't necessarily have a stocked pantry, I don't have the capacity to go buy each and every ingredient that I need because I know I'm not going to use it again. It's going to go off or not be stored the correct way. In this packet is everything you need. Nothing gets wasted. Everything gets used.
Exactly. And the best part about it is not just the cake mix, but you also get the icing mix, which you have right there. So you don't even have to stress about, oh my gosh, now I've got the cake mix. I need to get all the ingredients for the icing. Nope, it is right in the box.
I mean, making a cake from scratch is great for someone that has the basics in their house. I don't. So for me, then it's just like too much of an effort.
It is too much of an effort. Now, to start it off, what I've got here is I've got the cake mix. I've added some milk, some eggs, and some oil. I'm going to just whisk all of this together. While I'm doing that, I think you can actually get started with making the cake pop for us.
Okay, so you pop that into the oven.
Correct.
Once your cake has cooled down, you crumb it, and that is what we are left with here. I had no idea cake was made like this. So I just mush it together.
You just mush it together. So what I've done here is this is going to go into the oven to bake at 180 degrees for 15 minutes, and then you're going to let it cool completely before you get it to that crumb texture that you've got over there.
Okay, so I've got the crumb texture in front of me. Do I add the...
Yeah, you can actually add the icing mix, and that's the icing mix that we got from the box as well.
So, and this is what's going to bind
it, correct. So that's what's going to bind our cake together. I don't know if you can smell the vanilla. It just came through as I was mixing these ingredients together. And it's very simple. Make sure that your pan is greased, but what you're doing there is you're mixing in the icing with the cake pops that cake mix that we made earlier. Make sure to let it cool completely before you touch it, otherwise you might burn your fingers.
And you might melt your icing and then it can't
Exactly. I like it for you.
So I feel like we don't have enough icing, so I'm just going to do here so that I have enough to just grab it and make a little ball.
It is actually perfect because the thing is, you don't need too much. It still would be binding enough. So that right there is perfect. You can then make your cake pops, but before you also put this, the icing on there or the chocolate on there, you still want to make those cool. So we've got one here that was put in the fridge for a bit because you need it to sit.
Ah,
Yes.
so you simply do this, like I've done with my little ball.
Correct.
And you'll pop that into the fridge or the freezer.
Correct. Let that go into the fridge at least for about 10-15 minutes just so it sets and the icing gets cold and chilled.
You can see I want big ones.
You like it big.
So you'll let that chill. So what I've done, this is the chilled one that we're now about to dip.
We're going to dip that in some chocolate. We're also using our Beacon Heavenly Milk chocolate for that. We're going to nicely dip it in the chocolate. But another step is before you can put any golden dust or anything on there, you still need to chill that. So that also goes into the fridge to chill. Once it's chilled...
What is the best way to store this in the fridge to chill?
So you've got that, I don't know what it's called, that green thing that people put flower arrangements on.
Yes, some styrofoam.
Something like that, yes. You can actually just pop a couple of them there. You can actually just put it on the side plate, it's fine, on the saucer. Another trick is get some baking paper, grease it nicely with a non-stick spray, and then put your cake pops over there, and that also works. And then last but not least, we're going to put some decoration on this.
Okay.
We've got our cake pops that have chilled with the chocolate on there. You can actually just brush it with some nice gold dust.
Some gold dust. Of course, we also have our delicious Beacon treats here.
But another trick is, what we did, and we can also continue doing right now, is to give a bit more surprise for this festive season. You can actually put some of our Beacon sweets on the center of our cake pops.
Oh, so you mean I can take some of our jelly tarts.
Correct. And then fill the insides of our cake pops with, and it just like it's a surprise, the festive season surprise that you get in there. You've got some cake, you've got some jelly tarts, you've got some Beacon, all sorts. So when someone bites into it, not only do they get the flavor of the cake,
but they get a yummy, chewy center. That is cute. Because I saw these delicious treats in front of me and I thought we were going to add it to the cake pops on the
That's in the inside. And then we just decorate our cake pops. And I think, like we said, if you don't want to just leave it out, you can actually put it on some baking paper, cellophane, put that on your cake. Christmas tree.
Oh, well, listen, this is so amazing. If you want to get your hands on this delicious recipe, it's really easy. We also have it available on our website, expressoshow.com. And remember, with the competition deadline extended until next week, Thursday, the 23rd of December, you have more time to enter the Golden Baker Search Junior Edition. We still have 2 more finalist duos to announce. So grab your young one and let's create something fun together. And we can't wait to see those entries. Chef Tumi is also excited to be part of the judging panel. But if you're wondering how to enter, here is how you find out.
Golden Cloud and Beacon are on the search for South Africa's best baking duo this holiday season. So grab your son, daughter, grandchild, nephew or niece and start creating in the kitchen. To enter, look out for our weekly holiday baking inspiration on air and on our social pages. Then create your own special bake with Golden Cloud and Beacon treats. Take a picture and share it on the Golden Baker Search Junior Edition competition post on the Expresso Facebook or Twitter pages or on our website using the hashtag Golden Baker Search, and tell us why you are SA's best baking duo. You could be one of the 5 finalists competing on TV for the grand prize worth 35,000 Rand. Let's create together with the Golden Baker Search Junior Edition on Expresso Morning Show, brought to you by Golden Cloud and Beacon.
Entries have been extended to the 23rd of December. 5 finalists, 1 winning duo, crowned live on Expresso.
simple as CBD should be.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beautiful souls. You're live with Expresso as we brace for a festive explosion with our Friday dance. You want to stick around for that? Going to be spectacular. But lest we forget, it is summer in beautiful Mzansi, and I think most of us are pretty preoccupied with travel and adventure right
Well, there's
now.
so much of it. Here's the thing. Shot Left is having some amazing summer deals that you want to be part of. You don't want to miss any of them. And so Ryle actually took me, Uncle Tabsy, on some epic adventures. Watch our Adventures Day, actually.
Did you keep up?
Watch and be jealous.
What is up? Mzansi, summer is here, and you know what that means? It's officially adventure time. Now, luckily, Shot Left have some incredible specials this summer in and around South Africa, so you do not need to fret. Now, Tabusa and I have done exactly that. Right here in Cape Town, we booked some adventure, and my only question is, are you ready, friend?
Well, I've seen adventure over here, over there, everywhere. Mention adventure, you got my full attention, but something tells me you've got some really epic things lined up for me. What are they?
I got something special planned for you. For now, just wait and see. It's going to be a surprise.
It's a treat, man. Come. Signal Hill forms part of the magnificent Table Mountain National Park. Most people think Table Mountain National Park is just Table Mountain, but it pretty much covers the whole peninsula, which is a World Heritage Site. You know, I've done this before, eh?
Okay.
So
you're going to
follow my lead, eh?
You're going to show us the way.
Follow my lead.
I'll see you down below after the magic.
Get you on landing. Woo! Cabin crew, prepare for takeoff. So, Raul, are you going tandem or are you going solo? Because, I mean, you know me with experience, I just do this by myself.
Listen, you just make sure that all your straps are checked, because I want to make sure that I can chat to you at the end of this, all right?
We are going! That was such an exhilarating experience. And the thing is, it's not just about the adventure of getting, you know, the adrenaline pumping. It's also an opportunity to see the beauty that Cape Town is. To take all of that in, wow.
Mzansi, it's not a bird, it's not a plane, it's Nature Boy up in the sky. Adventure time! Woo! Woo! Run, 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 run! Paragliding experience was incredible. It's only my second time doing this, and yet it feels like the first. I'm still in absolute awe by all the beauty, the perspective and the view that you get of the city, the surroundings and the mountain, all alongside an incredible ocean. I mean, what's not to love about a view like this? Then that was absolutely incredible. I don't know about you, how was that experience?
It really was so beautiful. You know what? I forget how beautiful this city is. We're so lucky to have all of this around us. I could do that every week.
I could too. I mean, how blessed are we to live in a city like this? Full of magic, full of incredible views. And I think now that our feet are firmly on the ground, what do you say we start rolling out of here?
You got me rolling. Let's go do it. Atlantic outlook. How you doing?
Yeah, welcome back.
How's it going, man?
Nice to see you guys.
It's so nice to see you.
We've got to get you guys on a bike.
Awesome.
Jump on the middle one here.
I say you be in control.
Fair enough. Just the one.
Awesome, awesome. Let's get going. Riley, are you ready to get your life?
Oh, I am, and I'm actually really excited. The fact that we're both on the same bike means I don't have to wait for you every half an hour at every corner. So now you can keep up.
Do you know that I was the leader of a BMX club?
Of Hammanskraal?
Have you checked my medals?
Let's go,
let's go. You see, I grew up being the leader of my local BMX bicycle club. So this has taken me back. I'm in my element. That's my zone. That's my thing. That's where I really come alive. You know what, Raul? Perfect day. It's beautiful.
Yep.
I'm enjoying your company.
Yeah.
But I'm thirsty, and I can tell you are too.
I think we definitely earned it, Tubbs. Do you want to get a drink?
Yeah, I know a place.
Okay, let's hit it.
Wow, Tubbs, honestly, I got to hand it to you. You found us the perfect spot, brother.
Ryle, I keep saying, stick around. I will take you places.
All right, noted.
Let's get those drinks. The drinks are here. Yes. Thank you so much, Zach. This is really fantastic.
Welcome.
Wow, thank you so much.
Welcome.
Cheers.
And I've got this one, okay?
All right.
Don't stress.
Living the good life.
Living.
Well, Tubbs, that was exceptional. I'm feeling fueled up and I'm ready for the next adventure. What about you?
What is the next adventure?
Have you seen what's out in the ocean?
But the jet skis?
Yep.
You want me there?
That's right.
Oh no, Ryle. Today is not my water day, okay?
What?
You can go enjoy. I'll have more of these.
I will definitely enjoy. I'll see you later.
I'll take photos of you.
All right, so look, some of us like to just look at the beauty of the ocean, and then others, we want to get straight into it and experience it firsthand. And that's exactly what we're going to do right now at Cape Jet Ski Experiences out here in the waterfront, and we're about to go explore the Atlantic seaboard. It's playtime. Yeah. Now, I'm honestly frothing for this. I've never been on a jet ski, and this is the perfect opportunity to take Cape Town in from a new perspective. Let's get it.
Look at Ralph, nature boy being nature boy, in touch with nature while I'm in touch with the vibes. I've had too much adventure for one day, but he looks good.
Jet skiing for the first time, what an incredible experience. Having an opportunity to ride that power out on the big blue ocean. I really can't compare jet skiing to anything other than probably riding a horse maybe, but it's so much more powerful. I'd imagine somewhat of like a souped up go-kart on the ocean. That's kind of what it felt like. I literally felt like an olden day cowboy, except now I get to take in all the magic of the Atlantic seaboard as well as Cape Town.
Our jet ski champion. How was that?
Yo, Tubbs, honestly, it was so insane, exhilarating. You missed out, man.
I did miss out. I mean, I was sitting there sipping, and all I'm seeing is
did you get to see
the
it?
distance. I was watching you, taking videos of you. Next time, I'm joining you.
Okay.
No, I'm joining you next time. For real. For real.
Tubbs, what an incredible day of adventure.
What a day.
Yeah?
What
I
a
must
day.
say I'm impressed though. Like, I didn't think you'd be up for anything. The fact that we conquered the sky, we conquered adventure, maybe not so much the water, but it was fun nonetheless.
Yeah, but you did the water for both of us, for the two of us,
I got
right?
us.
But Raul, man, I've got to say, thank you so much for really giving me such an experience. I will never forget this one.
Tubbs, you have been a memory that I'm going to put in my scrapbook. You've made my highlight reel, and I can't wait for some more adventure with you. I had fun.
Yeah.
Oh. Here's some more adventure, yeah?
Totally. But it's not over yet, because it is the season to be about all of those vibes. It's all about that hashtag, gimme some of that shot left. There's so much to explore of our beautiful country, and we're all encouraged to really just step into our own backyards and take advantage of it.
There are some amazing deals. You can check out shortlift.co.za to get all of the local deals that I promise you will make your holiday worthwhile. Go and explore your backyard.
Oh my goodness, travel,
Oh,
how
yes.
amazing. I miss it, and this is the perfect time for us to really go and unlock Red and travel with Vodacom this summer. And you know what, it is so amazing with Vodacom's Red plans and unlocking summer with Vodacom's Red plans, and also their amazing giveaways. Now, you can switch to Red and enjoy a free one-night stay at any Protea hotel by Marriott.
I just love how easy it is, because you just switch to Red and then you get a one-night stay. Then you get like a proper short lift, just like that. So there are many travel experiences one can enjoy with Vodacom Red. And we asked the viewers, that's you, what their favorite summer travel memory. And here's some of the answers that we actually received in.
Okay, well, the first one came through from Roseanne Govender that says, it was a trip to Cape Town with my beautiful sisters. I will never forget the fun we had and the bond we shared. Awesome memories were made. Seeing Table Mountain was absolutely amazing.
I'm glad you saw that, because now you know what all the fuss is about Table Mountain. The Cape Townians are not just talking about it for nothing. You know, it's there. It's beautiful. Then Halona Lachman saying this. It was my first trip to visit my sister in Johannesburg. We did a summer road trip and took the more scenic route. We saw all the little towns in the way, which makes you feel so nostalgic. The little fruit stalls in the way always have the freshest summer fruit too. Best way to take on a holiday. I completely agree. It sounds so good.
I agree too. And then we also got one in from Anu Naidu that says, when I went on a beautiful summer getaway to KwaZulu-Natal Midlands Meander, filled with warm sunshine, the beauty of nature, and lots of adventure and memories to treasure of the beautiful scenery. Oh, you know what? The Midlands is just spectacular.
Thank you for all of those responses. We do appreciate that, and we want to hear from you. So Vodacom and Expresso are helping you unlock summer by giving away a 2-night stay for 2 at selected Protea hotels around South Africa. All you have to do is reply to the competition post on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram and tell us what's your favorite summer travel memory.
There we go. And don't forget to use the hashtag #UnlockYourSummer. And the competition closes this Monday, the 20th of December at midnight, and those T's and C's can be found on our website expressoshow.com. So you have this weekend to enter, so do so, and good luck.
Switch to Red. Enjoy a free night stay at any Protea hotel by Marriott this summer. Further together, Vodacom.
It's the grand finale of Color Your Plate with Koo this Friday at 7 p.m. Nadia, Tepiso, Bubbles, Zandi, Noli, and Apida are ready to take on the finale challenge with the hope of becoming Mzansi's next cooking star and winning the grand prize of over 50,000 Rand.
To the 3 of you who did not make it to the final round, don't stop cooking.
Who will be Mzansi's next cooking star?
Congratulations, you are the winner of Color Your Plate with Koo.
Find out this Friday at 7 p.m. on SABC2.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Time now to celebrate the moments that matter this Christmas with Woolies' range of unbelievably delicious chuckles. They've got them in just about every way or form you could imagine. Chocolate gifting for the whole family, in fact, and Chef Clem is going to do a bit of a retro treat with a Chuckles Baked Alaska. This is a dessert showstopper, my friend.
It is like beyond the showstopper. This is how you like say goodbye to 2021.
Yeah,
and you welcome in the New Year.
This is a New Year's dessert.
Epic.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've seen the Chuckles bag, we've seen the Chuckles, the original Chuckles, we know. Then they came out with the ice cream. Then they came out with the trifle. Then they came out with the cake.
The little car. I thought I was going to save it for when Jack got home, but not yet.
No? Okay, perfectly fine. The advent calendar, we know, we spoke about that already.
Very
Chuckles,
cute.
It's just Chuckles. It's just Chuckles.
We love it because we love them and we demand them. So
Chuckles
now I want
all
you
the
to
way.
take Chuckles to a whole new level.
we're gonna make a chocolate baked Alaska. And then we're gonna set it on fire.
Yes, we are.
We have a fire extinguisher on the side. If you are gonna try this at home, I'm not even joking.
We've got 2 fire extinguishers.
See, look at my face. Serious face, serious face, serious face. If you're gonna try this at home, clear your guests away from the kitchen, the kids out the kitchen.
Do it outside.
And have a fire extinguisher ready. If you're not a professional, if you're not used to this, you can also just use a torch and torch it that way. But we're
going to have a little bit of fun.
Okay,
okay, so where does it all begin? Obviously, it begins and ends with our beautiful Chuckles ice cream, I suppose.
Absolutely. So when you're making a baked Alaska, normally it is your ice cream and covered in a meringue. But I'm like, wait, we can do so much more. We can actually add layers of the caramel Swiss roll in between it. So we've got Chuckles, Swiss roll, Chuckles. Okay, so G, I'm actually going to ask you if you can start adding a little bit of the Chuckles ice cream. Have you had some of this before?
I have not. Oh, my word. It's one of these spoons just for me.
One of the spoons for you to taste, and the other one you can just give me a nice little layer at the bottom.
Just a layer at the bottom.
Yeah, and then I'm going to start slicing the caramel Swiss roll, which we know. It's like you get Swiss roll from like places, and it's okay.
From places.
This is not that Swiss roll.
Swiss roll places.
This Swiss roll is magic. It's delicious. Okay, so pop that imaginary bin on the side. Okay, cool.
Okay, there we go. That's a complete layer at the base.
Then I'm going to start layering in the Swiss roll. And the texture between the ice cream and the cake just makes it even more special. Also, I believe that the texture between the two helps like really solidify the actual interior of this dessert.
Sure.
Okay, so can I get some more ice cream?
You can. I'm here for you, my friend.
When you use a bowl at home, make sure you line it first with some plastic wrap. Okay. That way, when it does come time to unmold it, you're going to be perfectly fine.
Crying.
You grab the plastic and you take it out. Nice job, nice job. I'm very excited for this one.
It's very, very exciting. It's so dramatic.
It's so dramatic. Okay, so what you're going to make a meringue. Okay. And the meringue is very simple. All this meringue is egg whites. I'm actually going to ask you to demonstrate over there. Seeing as you were so happy with your power tools a little earlier.
Yeah.
It's egg whites. It's caster sugar, because caster sugar, it breaks down a lot faster than normal sugar. Okay. And we're going to go with some vanilla. Now, don't skimp on the vanilla for me, okay?
Oh, I won't.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, and then am I gradually adding the sugar?
This man's done it before.
What do you think?
Yes, gradually. I'll actually add the vanilla.
Do it.
So
don't be shy, hey?
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy, baby.
There we go. Whoa. Vanilla paste goes in. To that, we're going to start adding the sugar. I'm going to start shouting so you can hear me. Here we go. So, imagine the magic of Christmas. You watch Graham do this whole thing, and then, boom, we've got our meringue.
Yay. Can I stop?
You can stop. Okay, so what's going to happen is you're going to pop this guy once you've laid it completely. You're going to fold the plastic over and press everything down.
Okay, so it's nice and compact, so there's no little gaps or little things in there.
Put it in the freezer. I say overnight, because you don't want to meringue this too soon. You want to do it maybe an hour before your guests actually get there.
Don't meringue me too soon.
Don't meringue it too soon. Pop this in a piping bag and help you. It's going to be a lot easier. Or you just take the spoon and just go nice and rustic.
Sure. Flip, flip, flip. Great.
Okay.
Perfect.
Cool. Last time.
I'm so excited.
So what I've done is, again, this is optional because you could torch your meringue using a blowtorch.
Okay.
Yeah, and the blowtorch. You see, how convenient, Okay, it does work.
Yeah.
You can use a blowtorch just to meringue. I'm going to give you
Which is, obviously, your machismo rises dramatically when you turn the blowtorch on.
Oh, instantly? Okay. So your blowtorch works perfectly fine. You could put this in the oven, but I mean, that under the grill, I wouldn't chance it. You see? Nice brown, nice brown, nice brown.
Beautiful. What? Or, alternatively, you could be a rock star and...
Get some spirit. I prefer vodka. Get it onto the heat.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay. Use a blowtorch.
Yeah, even more dramatic. Oh, my word. I'm just waiting for fireworks to go off.
Okay. So you'll see, once you do that, your vodka starts flaming, and you need to get your vodka hot before you do this.
Okay.
Okay, again, we're having fun, but this is serious. Okay, we have a fire extinguisher on the side.
We have safety protocols in place. Yeah, so
you take your hot vodka. Photo opportunity. Look at the camera.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, cool. And you're gonna. This is again. Clear your guests around, but have them nearby so they can watch.
Yeah.
We have about.
Record it.
We've got some nice people watching us in the background. You're gonna pour it over. So you can't see this, but our baked Alaska is actually on fire right now.
It's busy Alaska-ing right now.
It's busy Alaska-ing. So that's all you want to do. And then, as long as your vodka keeps on burning, you can keep on pouring. And you can see, are you seeing it, how the ends are actually
but
toasting?
there's like this translucent light blue flame, barely, but that's why. Be very careful when you're doing this.
Be
and obviously
careful.
you're cooking off the alcohol here, so we're not doing this to create an alcoholic
You're
dessert.
cooking off the alcohol. You are. So also at the end, you got a nice little liqueur at the bottom. Give it to Gran.
Oh.
It's going to be delicious. So now we're going to slice into this.
Oh my goodness,
Okay.
this is so dramatic,
It's
so
very
exciting.
dramatic, but
you do realize that any one of these ingredients that we've combined could be a standalone dessert. Like any one of these, you could happily, even that little chuckle that's just trying to escape there. There's no escape, my friend.
There's no escape? Okay, cool. So you also want to decorate these with chuckles. What I would do is I would actually decorate with chuckles. I'm going to pop a little slice over here, so you can just have that over there.
Okay.
Decorate with chuckles afterwards. And you know, it's theater. It's theatrical.
That's just crazy, yeah.
There we go. So we're going to slice into it. Thank you to the team that behind the scenes that actually made this baked Alaska. And you see I'm actually struggling to cut
Stay
through
there,
it?
yeah. You want that interior to be
because you want it to be
proper
nice and firm. Oh, this is going to be epic. Okay. We've got some people in the background.
Is this going to be like a shot of vodka?
Whoa! We got it. Look at that. It's literally torched meringue with chuckles, ice cream, and Swiss roll.
Please turn it so they can see the cross-section.
Oh, let me do that for them.
The ice cream and the Swiss roll have blended. I see what you mean. They kind of meld into one beautiful...
I've still got flame. Can you smell like marshmallow? That's the
Burn it,
meringue
baby.
that's doing its thing.
Oh, that's just the best,
Guys,
most exciting thing
guys.
ever. What else can we cook like this? Can we do a steak like this, do you think?
Everything. You bring it, we'll torch it.
We'll flambe it, man.
Yes.
Absolutely beautiful. I think I was going to say this is a festive treat. Nah, it's not. This is a New Year's Eve treat.
Now, try the ice cream. Try the ice cream quickly. You haven't tried that yet.
Now, the chuckles flavor, it's that honeycomb maltiness that they've got in
yeah.
nail, huh?
Talk to me about it. There's a reason the country has gone absolutely bananas for this ice cream.
Oh,
it is so good.
Because it actually, first of all, tastes exactly like chuckles.
Yes. Yes.
It
Yes.
does. It tastes exactly like a chuckle in your mouth.
Woolworths, next year, can you please come out with a 5-litre tub of this? Because...
Tell me something, you know this. Is there a chuckles department? Is
Guys,
there just like one department of only chuckles people?
I've been sworn to secrecy as to what I'm allowed to say about chuckles.
Really?
That's not on the...
You could tell me, but then you'd
I'll
have
tell
to
you.
pour vodka all over me and set me alight.
A little bit.
Where's Mr. Carl Wasty? I can't
Mr.
have a
Wasty.
moment as miraculous and magical as this.
Mr. Chuckles himself. Mr. Chuckles himself.
Buddy.
Wow.
Hello. Yes, I'm ready. Okay, I've been ranting and raving about the chuckles thing for the longest time, and I hear that this is going to be beautiful. What am I tasting? What did you touch?
Okay, we haven't touched...
Okay, good.
Nothing. Okay, so how
I don't even know where you start. Do you cut him a slice? Do you give him a piece?
You're going to eat it off a board. Is that okay?
I love the board. Dude, a board cheese...
So what we've got going on here...
Am I eating it from this thing here?
Here we go. We got a slice for you. We got a slice for you.
That's all yours, actually. That's all yours. Okay,
Let's
so
go.
you've got Chuckles ice cream in there.
Chuckles ice cream, got it.
You've got Swiss roll. That forms our beautiful, moist, frozen interior.
Hold on. So you're saying you have a Swiss roll and an Alaska. You have Switzerland and Alaska.
Yes.
The Swiss have moved into Alaska.
Oh, my goodness.
And they're baked.
I'm ready.
Go for it.
This whole thing here. I'm ready.
And then we did
Chef
Clem's patented fountain of vodka.
Beautiful tasting. Here we go. Boom, boom. Shake the room.
And?
Engels.
Yeah?
Can I say it?
Engels.
Can I say it?
Say it.
Say it.
Smaak my Engel, don't go pipi. Yes. Oh, my word.
Thank you, G. You get a little.
Yes, thank
you. Get a little.
What is going on,
These are the Chuckles little cakes. You know, you're talking about. So these are amazing. These are actually brownies.
My word.
Oh, wait. It's a brownie wrapped in chocolate.
I'm going to have that as
with
well.
more Chuckles on it.
Why not?
No, do you know what it is?
Tommy.
It's a brownie wrapped in chocolate.
What?
Oh!
What?
Oh!
What?
Oh!
Oh, my word.
It's so crazy.
Honestly, that looks like you and Chef Clem in the kitchen now. Is it?
We only get to do this once a year.
Oh, my
Once
goodness.
a year. How good it is!
Oh. Oh, my goodness.
Douse me in vodka. Go.
Go for it. This is actually really good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dude, can I get this at woolworths.co.za? I'm asking
Yes,
for
you
a
can.
friend. Okay, cool. Let's do that.
I think you're about to have like a sugar coma. Look at your face where you're like... On the verge. So here's the thing, is we could probably stay here and be sustained for the rest of the festive season.
Does the show need to go on? Can we just be here?
Love it. ExpressoShow.com is where you can find that inspiration. I'm going in for another one.
Go for it!
I can help it.
And I'm double dipping. Let's go for it. Let's go.
Oh my goodness.
And we're elevating the Feel Good just before we say goodbye on this beautiful Friday here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Thank you very much for being a part of it. Now, thank folk, it's the holidays. There's a Christmas compilation album. It's now out. You want to be part of it. You want to get it on your devices. It features some incredibly talented local musicians. One of those artists is Stanley Sibande, who's going to treat us to a performance of Jingle Bell Rock. Stanley, do your thing.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell swing and jingle bell ring. Snowing and blowing the bushes of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells chiming, jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air, what a bright time. It's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time, it's a swell time to go rocking in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jinglers, pick up your feet. Jingle around the clock. Mix and mingle with the jingle bell beats. That's the jingle bell rock. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells chiming, jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air, what a bright time. It's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time, it's a swell time to go rocking in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jinglers, pick up your feet. Jingle around the clock. Mix and mingle with the jingle bell beats. That's a jingle bell. That's a jingle bell. That's a jingle bell rock.
Yes! Yes! Now that's what we're talking about, setting the tone for the festive season. This is all you want. Ah, man, come on. Stanley, I mean.
Average, maybe.
Slightly above average, but really, really impressive.
Thank you very much.
Beyond average, beyond average. You're incredible. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being a part of this festive season experience. I know that wherever you go, people are going to really just be eating out of your voice. Thank you very much.
Hopefully.
Put it here, man. Well, more feel good coming your way. XO Empire, they're on standby with our Friday dance. We'll see you after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Expresso here at S3, and a treat for you to wrap things up and to inspire you to move the coffee table. You've seen them throughout the entire year, and we want to thank them, an incredibly talented group called XO Empire, giving you a wrap-up of all the styles of dancing you saw on your Feel Good Breakfast Show in a way that's kind of like an advent calendar, starting off with the first day of Christmas.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love sent to me.
Baixa devagar, sobe devagar. Baixa devagar, sobe devagar. Moça, baixa devagar, sobe devagar. Baixa devagar, sobe devagar. E agora, limada, vamos lá. Trá, 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 trá. Outra vez, limada, vamos lá. Trá, 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 trá. Baixa devagar, sobe devagar. Moça, baixa devagar, sobe devagar. Baixa devagar, sobe devagar. Moça, baixa devagar, sobe devagar. E agora, limada, vamos lá. Trá, 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 trá. Outra vez, limada, vamos lá. Trá, 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 trá.
On the second day of Christmas, my true love sent to me. On the third day of Christmas, my true love sent to me. Go! All I want for Christmas is you.
Just suck it to me one time. No. So bring yourself over here, girl, and let me see you get low if you want this. Now take it to the floor. Yeah. But yeah.
Wow.
So young.
So angry. What are they so angry
Okay,
about?
guys. Take a
bow.
That was amazing. Some of
Give
those
us a
moves
bow,
were incredible.
guys. Give us a bow.
Give us a bow. Give us a curtsy, you beauties. What a talented bunch. Thank you so much.
Yes. Beautiful that. See you on
You
Monday.
want a
We love you. 6 o'clock.
Friends are in town, families coming around. Here's to festive celebrations made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.